Welcome to tonight's broadcast of Mingus Marauder Football. This year's Verde Valley TV presentation of Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at larrygreenchevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, business and sporting apparel and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic. Send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan. They've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Now let's head to the field with your play-by-play announcer, Jackie Bessler.
And welcome one and all here to Youngker High School, and we are pretty much at I-10 and what would be 87, which is where you turn to go from the I-10 down to the I-8, so you go to San Diego, yes?
We're on our way to California.
Are we closer to San Diego than we are Cottonwood?
I don't think so,
Okay.
but we're close to the middle, Jackie.
All right, we can do a whole host of different song possibilities here again as we are on the road again. Willie Nelson, right?
Willie Nelson.
Okay, all right, you got one?
How about Wake Me Up When September Ends?
That will be when we get back to Cottonwood.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
I can't wait.
No doubts, no doubts. And then, of course, after the game, it'll be John Denver, Take Me Home, Freeways. Isn't that what he's saying?
Take me home in 2.5 hours.
2.5, right. All right. Although it is actually not too bad as far as weather goes out here.
No, it's supposed to be 91 degrees at kickoff, so we'll take it.
No
we've been in
doubts.
Phoenix with much hotter weather than this.
No doubts at all. Mingus loses 27-6 to Estrella Foothills last week. Youngker beat Agua Fria badly, 42-6, and they have now gone to 2-0. The Mingus Marauders come in here tonight 0-2, as we will have the Rough Riders in their black uniforms, the Mingus Marauders in their white uniforms with the red numbers. We will return to the home of the Rough Riders after this.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles and go Marauders!
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
Back here at Youngker High School as we watch the band start to come into the stands here, and quite impressive numbers. The band might even equal, 80, 90, 100 members of this band?
Jackie, it's a huge that's very impressive for a high school.
Oh, it is, and it's nice to see because
Yeah.
we haven't seen a lot of high schools with a full band like this in quite some time, which is wonderful. Home of the Rough Riders, the Youngker Rough Riders. What is a Rough Rider?
So, Jackie, a Rough Rider refers to a member of the 1st United States Volunteer Cavalry Regiment.
Aha!
And that was during the Spanish-American War.
It goes back. Okay, so Roosevelt and the Rough Riders,
That's
right?
right.
Okay, all right. So we can go back to some of that as well. The Rough Riders, of course, the namesake of Yavapai College as well.
That's right.
Yes.
Exciting to hear that name again, just on the opposite side of the field now.
Indeed. All right, so taking a recap here of the Mingus game versus Estrella Foothills. The Wolves took care of business. They took care of all their business in the first half. They led 27-0 here in the first half. A 3-yard touchdown pass to Stokes here in the second half made all the difference in the world. Estrella Foothills, Jacob Rawls had a great quarterback rating of 142.5. He was 7 for 10, 117 yards with a touchdown. On the ground, they had 163 yards, 88 yards from Cade Carroll, who was their leading rusher. Gavin Nebel had 5 receptions, a touchdown, and 121 yards out there for the Wolves as they took care of business. Mingus on the road. They were able to come back and win the second half, but it was like a little too late.
Yeah, and that's the last 2 times we've played Estrella Foothills. Same thing. We've gotten to beat them in the second half. It's just that first half that's just killing us, Jackie. The Wolves held us to only 86 yards passing. Hunter was 9 for 18 for 86 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 interceptions. Rushing the ball, the Wolves did outstanding. They held us to only 51 yards rushing. Shane Chupp had 57 of them. There's a negative there, and that's sacks on the quarterback. That's tacking Hunter in the backfield. So the Wolves got after us last week, and receiving only 86 yards too, Jackie. So the Marauders are going to have to put much more offense together if they're going to want to pull a dub out tonight.
But let's look at some of the positive. Bejarano had had 5 different receivers involved in this one. And I talked to Dawson Rice on the opposite side of the field. I said, so 7 catches here today? He said, at least. Right. So, I mean, he's ready to go. Bejarano, a sophomore, trying to get accustomed to the pocket here very quickly. And, you know, he's going to be challenged. He is more than challenged here in the first couple of games. And I will say that 2 of his interceptions last week against Estrella Foothills almost looked like he was trying to throw the ball away. One of them just didn't get out of bounds.
Right, and that not much you can do about. That's late down anyway. He was just trying to get it out of bounds and couldn't get out of the pocket. He just didn't have he chucked it downfield far. It just didn't go out of bounds, and it was a great play by the Wolves. And you're right, Jackie, that's a good point to bring up, that Hunter was able to spread it out with 5 receivers, because that is going to benefit you when you have 5 different targets out on the field. The other team doesn't know who to heavy spy on out there, so that will benefit Hunter in the passing game.
Oh, certainly so. Taking a look at the Mingus Marauders here as we look at our schedule here. St. Mary's 2-0. They won 28-24 over Coconino. They will host 0-2 Empire here today. Estrella Foothills is also 2-0, and they are now going to be at Westview here today, who is 0-2. Youngker hosting the Mingus Marauders here today. Bradshaw bounced back with a 54-8 win over Independence. They are 1-1. They will host Snowflake here tonight.
Ooh,
that's going to be a challenge. Prescott is also 1-1. They lost 38-35 to Thunderbird. Thunderbirds for real again this year. They are 2-0, and they will now host 2-0 Northwest Christian. So that schedule doesn't get any easier for the Badgers out there. Coconino has just not had the ball go their way here this year. They are 0-2. They lost their last 2 games by a total of 9 points. They lost 28-24 to St. Mary's. That was on a Thursday. They looked to rebound against 2-0 Washington here tonight. Now, Maricopa's 1-1. They beat Empire 35-7. They'll host Casa Grande here tonight. Mojave coming back to the 4A division. They are 2-0. They won 27-21 over Lake Havasu, and they will be home tonight. They'll play 3A River Valley, and River Valley is 1-2. 0-2 Flagstaff. They lost 56-20 to Paradise Honors. They will take on the Tempe Buffaloes here today, and they are 2-0. And Lee Williams, holy cow, they are 2-0. They have beaten 2 teams 115-15. Wow. 115-15. Now, they have played Kingman and they have played Wickenburg. They're going to be tested here tonight with Lake Havasu. That's Mingus's opponents. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to do a recap of Youngker versus Agua Fria. Not a lot of stats there. We're also going to look at yesteryear game, the last time these 2 teams matched up when we return to Youngker High School, home of the Rough Riders, after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Rough Riders. Well, the Rough Riders took it to the Agua Fria Owls, 45-6 last season. And in the break, we were talking about how the Owls used to be 4A1 in yesteryear, and they were tough.
They were so good, Jackie. They beat us up in camps, and when we played them, Everson Griffin, Hall of Fame defensive end for the Vikings, played on Agua Fria, and man, thankfully I didn't have to go up against him. I wouldn't have enjoyed that at all. What a monster and a beast he was. And yeah, Agua Fria was top notch back in the day.
Yeah, no, I remember. And I remember one particular game going back to the 1990s when we still had to go find an analog phone line. And we literally had to run 900 feet of phone line across that campus to find a phone that we could plug into to do the broadcast. It was amazing.
I think I would have just, I don't know what I would have. I would have been lost in that day and age.
That was actually pre-Verde Valley TV. Pre-Verde Valley TV.
Those are the manual days right there. That's hard.
Dude, that's when I had hair. Okay, I'm serious, man. Okay, so Agua Fria, the Owls only scored 6 against the Rough Riders last week, and Youngker, by the way, doesn't have any stats in for that game. They had some trouble with their huddle or their game time or whatever it is, but they held Agua Fria to just 95 yards, 7 for 18 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. On the ground, less than 100 as well. No rushing yards put in at all, by the way. 7 receptions for 96 yards. 1 receiver, a freshman, actually had their only receiving touchdown of the game. 2 fumbles, lost 1 interception, so 2 giveaways for Agua Fria in that one. The only real stats for the home squad here for the Rough Riders, they had 1 stack and 1 fumble recovery put in as far as stats are concerned. Now, the stats that you have are really just game 1.
Yeah, and granted, Younker's off to a good start, 2-0, but yeah, this is just stats. You read the minimal stats last week. This is only for their first week, which was against Pueblo, and boy, you can tell they had a good week, man. Garcia had 163 yards on 6 completions, so he had an average of 28 yards a pass play when he completed against Pueblo. Rushing the ball, it was all Hargrove. He had 154 yards on the ground, averaged 6 yards a carry. So, that's going to give you a little indicator of who they're going with tonight, even though I'm sure coaches got that game film from last week. We just don't have the statistics on that stuff. But, no, we're going to see Hargrove, and Garcia's got some speed, too. He's in the stat column. But, yeah, we're going to see Moore also step in at running back. He had some yards against Pueblo as well.
So 84 points they've scored so far here this season, and they've averaged 42 points a game. Mingus Marauders not quite averaging the same. They've got 21 points over the course of 2 games here in the 2025 season. The Rough Riders have given up 34, 28 of them to Pueblo. So they won that game, in handed fashion, but still gave up 28 points to Pueblo, which will be interesting. What is super interesting when you look at their schedule, though, the first 5 teams they play haven't won a game yet.
Yeah, and that speaks to power points. I mean, that really speaks to power points later in the season. That's going to weigh heavy, and it also doesn't paint the truest picture of your opponent. It's tough to judge them when you're playing. Not only is it 0-2 schools, a few of them, but we have not seen them or played them either. So, a little bit of a mismatch, and yeah, it doesn't really give you a true statistic comparison.
Certainly so, and that'll be interesting to see how Youngker works out with that system. But Youngker trying to go into region play undefeated, which will be the first time that I have ever seen them do that, and they are making that attempt here as they go through. Well, they're going to have to get over the hump here with the Mingus Marauders here tonight. Mingus in their white uniforms, back talking final stats and info here. The band is ready, leaving the field so far are the Rough Riders, and they will be back as well. Speaking of which, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about our sponsors, go through starting lineups and keys to the game when we come back to the home of the Rough Riders after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini split's making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Back here at Youngker High School, Nick Yatsenko, Jackie Bessler along with you, getting ready for 4A action. Looks like the cheerleaders are ready to welcome the Rough Riders back to the field here. Mingus is, a couple of coaches out. Mingus is not. Yes, we have come out to the field, in fact. Want to thank some of our sponsors, our scoreboard sponsor, Jones Ford. I'd like to thank our coin toss sponsor, Sparklight. That's coming up. Bedrock Landscaping and Larry Green Chevrolet, Gettles High Desert Mechanical, as well as Salt River Materials Group and Taylor Waste. The Greater Area Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, as well as Best by Far. These two teams matched up in 2021, and it was a great game for Mingus, wasn't it?
It was. It was all Marauders, Jackie. We beat the Rough Riders 45-0. So it was really all Mingus. We went up on the Rough Riders 24-0 in the first quarter. Ooh. So we really set it off. Total, we had over 340 yards of offense, passing and rushing. Zach Harrison, as our quarterback, had over 116 yards. Rushing the ball, the Marauders had over 230 yards. So we were able to find success against Youngker the last time we played them. Not only that, but a great statistic here. Youngker only put 74 yards of offense.
Wow.
On the Marauders the last time we played them. It's going to be a much different story tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We're looking at this team, looks like it's grown. This program has grown tremendously. But, yeah, just to touch back on that 2021 game, the Marauders held the Rough Riders to 37 yards rushing and 37 yards passing.
Wow.
So
equal.
If we can do that again, we'll definitely come out with a dub.
Well, you can definitely say that Youngker was absolutely level on their offense.
Yep.
Want to thank All Price Insurance as well as Rock Zoo Screen Printing, Tiffany Construction, and Desert View Chiropractic, Manhattan. That is a fun store, by the way. Tiffany Construction, I already said them. D-Best Plumbing, Yavapai College, and Big Brand Tires. Our halftime sponsor is Hyundai of Cottonwood, and 360 Automotive is our post-game sponsor, and we have some phenomenal treats here for the third quarter. We have two different ones from Gale's Chocolates, our sweet treat sponsor out here today, which is going to be absolutely fantastic. Starting lineup for the Mingus Marauders, a few little changes, huh?
Yeah, a couple changes, Jackie. Starting out at the wide receiver, we'll have Tristan Tim out there. Tackle, Reese Ralston. Next to him, Jordan Watson. Then at center, the general, Trenton Patton. Landon Backus will be at guard. And then Skylar Netecki will be at the other tackle. Cameron Houseman next to him. Been calling his name the first couple games. And then Juju out on the other side for wide receiver.
Quarterback is going to be Bejarano, and Shane Chupp expected to start in the backfield out here for the Mingus Marauders. Defensive, the line looks like this. Patton at defensive end, Backus at the other end. Big Jordan Watson in the middle. Linebackers out here. Wolf will be Ethan Moore. Mack will be Dawson Rice in the middle. Cameron Houseman will be the star linebacker off to the right. Our safeties out here today. We're going to start Tristan Tim at the bandit position. Remington Stokes in the middle safety position. Our rover here today is going to be Brian Moreno. Our corners are going to be Chubb on one side, Juju Gonzalez on the other. As we take a look at the starters here for the Wolves, quarterback here today is going to be Jeremiah Garcia as we get into our national anthem. And we're going to give our attention out here to our national anthem. See if our band is actually going to do the national anthem here for us. I think they are. All right, we got the Youngker band out there doing the national anthem as we get ourselves about ready for our Sparklight coin toss out here today. Going through some of the starters here, Chris Coldron will be one of the running backers out here today. Anthony Eads will be one of the receivers. Tight end here today, Jonah Phillips, another wide receiver, Larry Moore. As we take a look at the offensive line out here is going to be Armani Garcia, Daniel North, Brody Barone, as well as Nick Williams for the starting offensive. Trevon Arrington as the Mingus Marauders send out Chubb, Watson, Stokes, and it looks like Dawson for the Sparklight coin toss out here. Sparklight proudly serves Prescott Valley, Cottonwood, Payson, Sholo, and now, you ready? The Verde Village. Sparklight is bringing their fastest, most reliable fiber-fueled internet to the Verde Villages, and it is starting now. Sparklight is offering 1 gig, you got it right, 1 gig fiber for only $29.95 for the first 3 months. Restrictions do apply. You can learn more at sparklight.com. Sparklight.com. Sparklight always working for you.
And Jackie, our referee crew out there tonight will be Paul Cole, Alan Marshall, Michael Jada, and Gil Frederico, and Mike Devlatago.
Garcia is out there as a captain out here for Youngker. as well as Moore, Lopez, and Calderon. Youngker comes in 2-0 as the Mingus Marauders 0-2 coming into play here today.
Mingus has won the toss.
Mingus has won the toss. And Mingus is going to defer to the second half. They're going to be kicking off. So Mingus is going to go left to right across your radio dial out here today. Key to the games. What do you think the keys to today's games are, sir?
Boy, Jackie, Marauders have got to put an end to the turnovers. My key to the game is no turnovers.
Not even one apple one?
No. No apple turnovers,
Cherry.
no cherry.
Come on!
No turnovers at all tonight, Jackie.
Really?
That's how the Marauders might find a way to win on the season. Marauders have 2 fumbles, 5 interceptions, and a safety, which resulted in points for the other team. So I'm counting that as a turnover. In total 8. So if the Marauders can clean that up, we got a great chance.
On film, unfortunately, last week, Mingus also gave up a onside kick that really wasn't an onside kick either.
That's right. That was a really weird pooch kick up in the air, and Marauders kind of thought it was going to bounce out of bounds, and it didn't. And so you always got to be aware out there.
And number 0, Dante Scott.
Marauders kicking teams huddled up. A little bit late getting to their lineup, but nonetheless, they're coming.
Trying to get a number for our return man out there. And it looks like it is going to be number 1, Jeremiah Garcia. Is that right? Quarterback is also your return guy. See if Mingus chooses to kick it deep as they have lined up here at the 35-yard line. Varolo's back for the Mingus Marauders here today. He will be doing kickoff duties. Stokes replaced him last game. And here we go, approaching the ball, and it is pooched. It will be deep enough. There will be the ball will be taken at about the 10-yard line, and skimming his way away and picking up some decent yardage past the 35 and on to the 38 is Jonas Phillips.
Yeah, and Phillips does a good job of just getting north and south really fast. He wasted no time, didn't wait for any blocks. And all you young guys on kick return, that's exactly what you have to do. Just start to get north and south real quick, and hopefully it'll hold. The Marauders do a good job of closing in there.
Here we go. First play from scrimmage. A spread offense out here by Youngker. 3 receivers to the top. Garcia is in back. Looks to throw. Has a little time. Throws deep. Has a man. And it is over his head. It was open. Moreno on the defense out there. Intended for Eds. Anthony Eds, the wide receiver. And it was just thrown a little behind him and over his head.
Ooh, just releasing a big gasp of air on that one, Jackie. That was too close for comfort. As he didn't. Garcia just barely took a step back and then launched that thing up.
Well, Mingus did not get much pressure on that one. Now a tight formation, 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side, short side of the field. Garcia will take the snap and hand it off. It's going to go to the right-hand side, long side of the field, and a great open field tackle out there. Whoops, here comes the flag. The run by Calderon.
Yeah, that's Moreno on a great tackle.
We'll find out. Maybe it was not a great tackle.
Personal foul.
Or scholar.
Tackle on Mingus.
So
you're right, it wasn't a great tackle. He got him in the backfield, but it's going to move the chains for the Rough Riders.
First of the 15-yarders here for Mingus. Mingus had too many of them last game. Talked to Coach Midkiff about that, and he said that the whole team had a conference in regards to those 15-yard penalties. Spread offense once again for the Rough Riders. 1 back in the backfield with Garcia. Takes the snap, steps back, doesn't step back far, throws it up, has a man near side, and it is well defended out there. However, Moreno did not look at the ball, had a better shot at it than the receiver did.
And just Garcia got absolutely crushed by Landon Backus. That was a outstanding job by the defensive line of the Marauders. Able to get through, and Landon able to take a nice big tackle at the Rough Riders quarterback there.
2nd and 10. The ball on the Mingus Marauder side of the field here at the Mingus 46-yard line. First quarter action, 11:26. Ball or time stops with the incompleted pass. They go 3 receivers to the near side. Ball on the far side hash mark. Garcia takes the snap, steps back, looks, throws, has a man, and it is tipped away and intercepted. Tipped away out there by Chupp, and picking up the interception. Who got that one?
Remington. Great focus. Remington, you can see the replay there on VVTV. Remington does an outstanding job of just staying focused. Good defense all around. Like you said, Chupp, I think, got a hand on that. Tipped it up, and Remington, great focus, able to come down with it and give the Marauders the ball.
Stokes with the INT. Chupp with the pass defense out there, and Mingus takes the first turnover. Takes over at their own 42-yard line. Here come the Marauders. Chupp is in the backfield here with Bejarano. 3 receivers to the top. They put Dawson in motion. There's the snap. There's the run. Chupp follows Rice. Good run. Spins. Gets the first down. Excellent run out there as he pinballs his way for 12.
Yep, and led by who else? Landon Backus. Great job by the guard for the Marauders, pulling up and laying a good block in so Chupp can get up that hole. That's a great way to move the chains.
Mingus finds themselves in Rough Rider territory now at the 46-yard line of the Rough Riders. Tighter formation. There's the snap. Handoff goes to Chupp. He finds a lane. Gets spun down, but still a pretty decent gain, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, and love to see it. Marauders have a little pep in their step tonight so far, Jackie. And the rushing game is what Coach Midkiff's leaning on, and I like it. So far, the linemen are getting off the ball.
They give him 4. A long 3 will give him 4. 2nd down at the 42-yard line. Big man coming off the field out here for the Rough Riders. Number 79 is huge. There's the snap. Bejarano looks. He's in trouble. He's going to throw the ball. Throws it to the near side. Was it caught? I don't believe it was caught. It was intended out there for Tim, but I think he was just trying to throw it away.
Yeah, just a little bit of dumb luck there that Tim happened to be close to making the reception, because you're right, partner. Hunter was kind of scrambling for his life. The Rough Riders did a good job on the right side of that defensive line of just busting through Mingus, and they were right in Hunter's face right away.
Apichetto was number 79 coming off the field. That man is gigantic. Bejarano takes the snap and hands it off. Chupp tries the left-hand side. Has some running room. What an incredible job of keeping those legs going. He needed 6. He picks up 7. Gives Mingus a first down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and just a good ground and pound game by the Marauders right now. I'll tell you what, Jackie, this builds confidence as an offense, especially when you're an interior lineman on that offensive line. This builds a lot of confidence.
New set of downs here for the Mingus Marauders. The drive started after the Stokes interception. 2 receivers either side. There's the snap, and they run again. Chupp, he'll get caught in the backfield, and he will have a loss. A good job out there by Youngker. Leading the way out there is going to be number 23, Alfred Pine.
Yeah, and that time the Rough Riders said, "No, you're not doing that 4 times in a row on us." And able to wrap Chupp up.
You're full of rhymes today.
Yeah.
Wrap Chupp up.
It's unintentional.
Yeah. I thought it was linguistic. Okay. 2 receivers either side, one being a tight end. Mingus Marauders take the snap. They do hand it off again. Chupp runs into the pile, does not find any running room out there. They're going to blow the whistle. He might have lost another yard out there. We have a Rough Rider down on the ground, though.
Injury timeout on the field.
And getting up slow is one of the Rough Riders. He may not get up. His helmet already off out on the field. So we're going to take a quick little timeout here as they're going to take a look at him. See if we can get a number out there for you. We will return to Youngker High School after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
100% sure of the number of the Rough Rider, but he is still down on the field out here. So the Mingus Marauders won the toss and then elected to kick off. They stopped the drive of the Youngker Rough Riders with an interception. Chupp with a great deflected pass, and Remington Stokes with the interception. Mingus takes over at their own 42-yard line. They have driven the ball down to the 35-yard line of the Rough Riders, but at this particular point have gone backward a couple of times here, and it is number 55 out there getting some help up. That's Jared Reynolds, one of the defensive linemen, and he is walking off the field under his own accord, which is great sign, a fantastic sign. I wish the doctors could take care of me that quickly.
Oh, goodness gracious.
I walk in and go, hey, Doc, I got this horrible cold, and they're like, here, 12 seconds, you're all better.
You need a team of at least 3 or 4 more people.
Yeah, no doubt.
Oh, good to see that young man up.
He is limping a little bit, but hopefully they're going to get him patched up here, and he'll be ready to go. So a 3rd and 13 now for Mingus. Mingus goes into a empty backfield, and jumping out there are going to be the Rough Riders. Mingus will get a free fly, and Bejarano is getting high fives from his offensive line out there.
Yeah, it's great discipline. I mean, really, the Marauders get a free 5 yards. That's a tremendous 5 yards. I mean, on 3rd down, it's a situational down, and all of a sudden you made it a little easier on yourself.
Varela was kicking the ball and putting it through the uprights from the 25-yard line, so Mingus has about another 10 yards to be in field goal range. Uh-oh, they throw everybody in the kitchen sink at Bejarano, and everybody was coming through. Bejarano got the ball off, intended for Chupp. Chupp never saw it coming, so it is now a 4th and 8, and we'll see what Mingus chooses to do here.
Yeah, really interested to see what we do, and you're right, Jackie. Hunter did a good job of just getting rid of that ball fast as the Rough Riders, again, able to get in the backfield quickly. And boy, had Chupp knew that ball was coming a minute sooner, he would have had that sprinting, because there was really, he had his guy beat by a foot.
Varela is back, I believe, to punt here for the Mingus Marauders. So Mingus looking to try to pin the Rough Riders back. There is the snap, and he's going to put it up. He's going to pooch it, and he is going to kick it, and it is going to do exceptionally well. Oh, no. It took a right turn to the end zone and went in for the touchback. I thought that thing was for sure going to bounce out of bounds.
We all did. That was a very, very beneficial bounce for the Rough Riders. Yeah, Jackie, that did not have much hang time. We thought that was going to be in a good spot, and it just takes a hop, skip right into the end zone.
Man, that is the way the cookie crumbles for sure. And the Mingus Marauders, unfortunately, they don't get a lot of yardage out of that kick as they give the ball back up at the 20 as they were at the 38-yard line. Here we go. Garcia in the backfield. He's got 2 backs there with him. He's going to hand off to the second back, a delayed handoff, and Mingus swarms it. They get off their blocks quickly, and it's going to be a short gain of about 1.
Yeah, that's Moreno out there on the tackle. Great job, and he's getting high fives by Remington out there. It's just good focus. He's coming up from his safety, kind of outside linebacker spot, and just does a great job of watching those offensive linemen, and he reads that that's a handoff and makes the tackle for just about no gain.
1 yard is what they're going to officially give him. 2nd and 9. No score on the scoreboard here. 8:27 left to go. First quarter action. Garcia takes his time in the backfield and will then take the snap. They hand it off, going to the right-hand side. No, he's going to keep it himself, and we'll get a decent game coming up to the near side. Good tackles out there for Mingus trying to stay home. Garcia will scramble for about 6, bringing up a 2nd or a 3rd and 3, maybe a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, clutch play here for the Marauders defense. Let's see if they can come up with a stop and force a punt here. That was a good job by Cameron Houseman on that last play, wrapping up Garcia.
Here come the Rough Riders wearing the black uniforms and the white numbers out there. 2 men in the backfield. Two tight ends set, though. Two receivers to the near side. There's the snap. Quarterback will come to the near side. Looks to throw. Throws. Has a man off of what is his hands and then immediately hit by Moreno. That was absolutely fantastic defense. As soon as he touched that ball, he was available to get hit.
Yep, that's right. And that was Eric Luis. And yeah, he didn't have much of a chance. That ball was kind of a little bit too far for him. And like you said, Jackie, as soon as he touched it with his hand, Marauders do a good job of being all over that, forcing a fourth down.
Special teams is going to be huge out here, as going back is going to be Chup for the Mingus Marauders. He's still backpedaling all the way out to the 20-yard line here. That kind of surprises me that he is going to be back that far.
He's getting ready for a deep kick.
There's the snap, and Mingus does put some pressure on it. The kick gets away. It will take a bounce, and Chup has got to chase it and just leave it alone. It is going to get picked up at the 20-yard line. Stokes, that was dangerous, young man. He picks it up, gets tackled right away. That young man will take chances. He gets a 1-yard punt return out of it.
Boy, sign him up, huh, Jackie? He's ready to go. I mean, the gate dropped. Remington's ready, man.
Chup was like, no, poison, leave it alone. Stokes says, I like poison.
It's not too often you see a blocker come back and then decide, you know what, I'm just picking it up.
Yeah. So Mingus will take over at their own 21-yard line, an extremely effective punt of 44 yards out here. And Mingus, well, actually, the Youngker flips the field on Mingus. 7:21, first quarter action. There's the snap. Chup finds a hole near side, able to break through, keeps his legs churning across the 25 out to the 26. Give him 5.
Yeah, looks like the Rough Riders are starting to figure out this ground and pound game by the Marauders. Nonetheless, good job by Chubb. That offensive line still gets off the ball. That time the Rough Riders just bring down the safeties and those outside linebackers, and they were ready for that one.
Mingus takes their time getting back to the line. Houseman's going to go out to a slot position out here. You got Tim at a receiver position starting here today. Bejarano takes the snap, immediately pressured. Chubb tries the left side. Rumble stumbles for about 1. It's going to bring out 3rd and 4.
Yep, and that's a hard-earned yard right there. As Chubb didn't have much to work with. Also, looked like he might have gotten tripped up a little bit there too, Jackie. So Marauders will live to see 3rd down.
28-yard line. Line of scrimmage out here for the Mingus Marauders. 2 receivers far side of the field. 3, actually. 1 to the near side. Bejarano takes the snap, gets pressured, got to get rid of it, throws it out there in the direction of Rice. Rice couldn't get to it, and that'll bring up 4th down. Mingus is going to look to probably turn around and punt it. So both these teams trading 3 and outs.
Yeah, very much a feeling out process right now, Jackie, as both teams can't quite get the running game down pat or the passing game, so it's a field position game at this point.
So far, neither one of the quarterbacks here today has completed a pass. 4 attempts out there by Garcia, 3 by Bejarano. Chup has had most of the offense. There is the snap, a good snap, a high punt comes to the near side. It is returnable. Takes a bounce, and it takes a great bounce for the Rough Riders, and will get hugged out there by Tim at about the 48-yard line. So great field position out here for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, good job by Tim to recognize, hey, just grab that ball. That way it's a dead ball and stops right there, because it kind of looked like it was going to take another Rough Rider bounce and go a few more yards. So Tim just grabs that one, and Marauders will have some work to do on defense here.
I'm not sure he had a choice. It hit him in the chest. Yeah. It was like, oh, okay. So 1st and 10, almost in Mingus Marauder territory. 3 receivers to the far side of the field near hash. They're going to put a man in motion. There is the snap. They pretend to hand it off. Garcia will pick it up and run, and he will stumble forward for about 3.
Ball placed at the 48-yard line.
Rough Riders trying a little misdirection there. Fake the snap to the man who's going in motion there, and then right up the middle.
I'm sorry, Larry Moore Jr. with the direct snap as he picks up 4. So that was a wildcat. And Moore is the quarterback out there. Now, our Garcia's gone out to a receiver position. They're going to move their linemen around. They're going to go heavy right as they're trying something different. Man in motion. There's the snap. They do hand it off. Cutting up inside. Finally getting taken down after a gain of about 2 or 3. On it is going to be Calderon, number 6.
Yeah, the Rough Riders, like you said, Jackie, they're definitely mixing it up a little bit. And then pre-snap, some of the line moves over to the right side, and that's a predetermined move by the Rough Riders. They're just trying anything different, and they got themselves a 3rd and short here. So Marauders got to come up with a big stop.
So Trifles runs off the field here for the Rough Riders. 3rd and 3 from the Mingus Marauder 45-yard line. 4:35 left to go. First quarter action. No score yet. It has been a pitcher's duel. Whoops, wrong sport. 2 receivers near side, 1 in the backfield out here. And it looks like Garcia might be back there again, and it is Garcia. However, we have a delay of game.
5-yard penalty.
And that will be a huge penalty here. Instead of 3rd and manageable, it's going to make it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, so far the Marauders have been on the better half of these penalties, and that is going to benefit them, as now it makes it a 3rd and long.
2 penalties here for the Rough Riders, both of them 5-yard varieties. Now they move everybody. Wholesale changes from the right to the left and the left to the right. 3 receivers on the far side, 1 in the backfield. There's the snap. Garcia steps back, has a little bit of time. Now he's going to run. Goes to the outside. Oh, he's got running room. He's got the first down and so much more. That was a great run out there. Looked like Daniels from last night scampering on the far side of the field as he picks up fantastic yardage.
Yeah, what a weapon that is to have a quarterback who can run like that. He drops back. Landed Backus for the Marauders does a great job of getting pressure, gets right in Garcia's face, and Garcia just kind of turns around and run away from him, and the whole side of the field is wide open, and he takes advantage of it.
27-yard line, 22 yards on the quarterback scamper out there. Garcia, the biggest weapon so far for the Rough Riders. He now has 2 backs in the backfield. Kind of an offset eye. 2 receivers near side. Mingus readjusts the defensive line. There's the snap. He's going to throw. He throws to the near side. They have a man, and making a move into the end zone is going to be Larry Moore for the touchdown. A short little screen pass. He was able to avoid. 1 man had a block and made it pay off for 27 yards.
Yeah, and that's the Marauders defense getting a little too over-anxious there, and they jumped that. You saw Chuck in your instant replay there try to come up. They're trying to make a play on the ball, but you've got to focus on prevent first. You can't try to go for that interception there, because just like that, that's some good speed by the Rough Riders, and they find the end zone.
They set up to go for 2 as Garcia is out there. 4:06 left to go in the first quarter. 27-yard pass play, and we will now have a timeout. So the Rough Riders are going to think about it. We'll take a quick break. Extra try coming up right after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions, from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
All right, out here the Mingus Marauders playing defense on the extra point try, or the 2-point try. So the squad out here for the Rough Riders had set up to go for 2 and then called timeout. Garcia's back out there. Could be the holder, could be the quarterback.
Yeah, I wonder, it might have been the wrong personnel out there, because it kind of looks like they're going to line up to kick it now, Jackie. Maybe not.
Nope, they're going for it. They've got 2 backs in the backfield. They have an I formation. Quarterback is over center. There's the snap. They will hand it to the second back, trying the right-hand side, and he gets in for the 2-point try. Calderon will tack on 2, and the Rough Riders lead the Mingus Marauders 8-0. We'll be back after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
It is time for the Mingus Marauders' third branch of offense to take hold of this game. The special teams need to stand up and take over here. Mingus really needs a good run back. Tim is going back deep here for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus has 6 up front. And look at this setup. It's almost as if the squad here for the Rough Riders are going for the onside kick. And they are going for the onside kick, and it is going to be covered there. That's going to give the Mingus Marauders great field position as it is covered up front. Was that number 50 picking up there?
Yes, it was. That's great ball safety.
So for the Mingus Marauders covering it is going to be Skylar Nateki, starting offensive lineman out here.
Yeah, good hands. That's a good job by Skylar, just to not try to do anything with it. It looked like at first he might have had a chance to run with it, and then it fell out of his hands, and he just jumps on it and covers it.
3 receivers to the near side. Mingus has not completed a pass yet. Start on their own 42-yard line. There's the snap. Bejarano's got to get rid of it quickly. It is tipped at the line. And all 4 defensive linemen in the backfield out there for the Mingus Marauders. Were they trying to set a screen?
Yeah, good question, partner. I'm not quite sure if the Rough Riders D-line has just figured it out or if that's a miscue on the offensive line, but you're right. I mean, there was at least 3 sets of hands right in Hunter's face. Pretty sure that ball got tipped again. That's a couple tipped balls.
And we're going to see if they're going to replace the ball out here. Looks like they're changing out balls. The other one was
what we needed.
Yeah, the other one was just a little too flat. Tighter formation out here for the Mingus Marauders. 2nd and 10 from their own 42. There is the snap. Bejarano is back. He's pressured again. Gets it out to Chup. Chup has a little bit of running room. Gets around the 50. Down the line he goes. He's at the 30. He's at the 20. And he will get knocked out of bounds somewhere close to the 10-yard line. It's going to be Garcia with the touchdown saving tackle out there by Chup. The screen pass goes big for the Mingus Marauders.
Yep, outstanding job. That's a great job by Chubb, just yards after the catch. Very, very impressive. Great athleticism, as he throws a stiff arm in there to help him get down the sidelines. Helped by Tim with a good block along the sidelines too, and that really sparks the Marauders and gets them deep.
They start at the 10-yard line. And it looks like it is just at the 10-yard line, so it should be 1st and goal out there. First reception of the game, a 48-yard screen pass out there to Chop, and he just raced around the corner. As soon as he got the edge, he was off and running. Here come the Mingus Marauders, their first visit to the red zone out here for the Rough Riders. Quarterback is back, and they will hand it off. Trying the left-hand side is going to be Chup. He'll get inside the 10, maybe out to the 8.
Yeah, that was Remington, it looks like, Jack. You got up from that one, and that is just a powerhouse run. When Remington gets that ball, man, he's looking to hit somebody. And that time it takes a couple of Rough Riders to take him down.
So 2nd and goal from the 8-yard line. Thank you for noticing that. Remington Stokes is in the backfield out there with Bejarano. 2 receivers either side. 2nd and goal from the 8. There's the snap. Here comes the pressure. They throw the ball. Goes out to the outside. Trying to get around the corner. Is going to be Moore. Moore into the end zone. Touchdown. Ethan Moore. His first touchdown of the season.
Chest bump city out there for Ethan Moore and the Marauders in the end zone. And that's just a great run after catch again. Boy, talk about the Marauders receivers helping Bejarano out. But again, Jackie, tons of pressure. I mean, Bejarano was getting tackled as he made that throw. So good job by the Marauders offense to make something of it. I will say the offensive line is going to have to figure that out as Bejarano has been wrapped up or touched every single play he's tried to throw it.
So we'll see if Mingus is going to go for 2 here. It looks like they will. They trail 8-6 with 2:44 left to go. And we do have a timeout on the field. And it is going to be a timeout. It'll be the second timeout for the Rough Riders. Okay, so Mingus still has 3 Rough Riders down to 1 here in the first half. We'll take a break with them. We'll return for the 2-point try after this.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big Brand Tire and Service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
So the Mingus Marauders trying to tie this thing up. They need a 2-point attempt to work out here. And we'll see if Mingus goes aerial or ground. Which way do you think they're going to go?
Playbook's wide open. I mean, I like the running game, but also the passing game's what got us in the end zone. So, Jackie, Coach Midkiff has got the entire playbook open as he's still got the Marauders in a huddle. He's taking his time. They're making sure they have a good plan.
This is when I was coaching, this is when I always tried to send 16 players out.
Yeah, just kind of sneak them behind each other.
You're right. You're right. How come you have 8 tight ends? Oh. All right, here come the Mingus Marauders. They line up in shotgun, bunch formation out here. There's the snap. Bejarano looking to go into the air. Overthrows his intended receiver out there. Intended for Stokes. And it falls harmlessly to the turf. That means we have a 2-point game out here. Youngker still leads the Mingus Marauders 8-6. Mingus will be kicking off right after this.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
And the Jones Auto Center's in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out the Buckeyes.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit our new facility in Casa Grande and enjoy our country-style way of doing business. We're the Joneses.
Neither quarterback even had a completion until the last 2 series, and then now both of them have not only completions but touchdowns.
Yeah, well, talk about coming alive. The passing game went from 0 to 100 real quick.
And all with screens. Here come the Mingus Marauders. Varela going to kick off. Garcia is back deep here for the Rough Riders. And it'll be a pooch kick going the other way. It's going to land and go out of bounds. And there goes the flag. They're going to place the ball at the 35-yard line. So pretty decent field position with 2:44 left to go in quarter 1. The Rough Riders will have the ball well away from their own end zone.
Yeah, and just a great test here for the Marauders early on in this game. Down 2 points to Youngker. And boy, Jackie, I mean, we've talked about it a couple times. Youngker has a very big in stature team. I mean, this is a team that has definitely grown over the years. This is a school that opened in 2007, so it's on the newer end, I guess you could say, or I guess I'm just that old now.
Nick, some of these players, I think, have grown while they're standing on the sideline.
Yeah, you're not kidding, partner. They're very, very sizable. I will say there's a handful of them that look like they are college football players.
No doubt. No doubt. All right, here come the Rough Riders. They're going to have 2 backs in the backfield. Deepest will be Calderon. 2 receivers near side. Mingus is set. There's the snap. Garcia looks, pumps, throws, has a man, and it is going to be caught. Let's see if Chup will catch him. He does, but the reception out to Eds. Floated it by the Mingus Marauders, and that was a phenomenal pass play out there to Anthony Eads, rather.
Yeah, and it's just a deep ball right there. He just kind of chucked it up. He knew his receiver, was going to win that battle, and he did.
48 yards. Back. 48 yards as they set up shop here inside the Mingus Marauder red zone at the 17-yard line. One back in the backfield. There's the snap. They will hand it off. Coming to the near side. Finding a lane and running through a would-be tackle. Gonzalez gets him down, but down to the 10-yard line. An excellent run out there by Calderon of 8.
Yeah, good open field tackle by Juju out there as well. That's not easy when you have a running back about to juke you.
There's the handoff once again. Calderon tries the near side. That's going to be close. We'll see where they're going to spot it. That could be a first down as they get down to the 9. Nope, they're going to be short. It's going to be 3rd and about 1 out there.
Yeah, and talk about a clutch 3rd down here. Marauders defense has a very good opportunity to stop Youngker here, maybe even for a loss, and force a 4th down.
3rd and a long 1. Ball sits at the 9-yard line. Mingus tries to stuff the defensive line. 2 backs in the backfield. Garcia takes the snap, hands it off. Calderon tries the near side. Oh, he's hit in the back, spun around. And we're going to see, they're going to show no gain back to the 9-yard line. A great tackle out there by the Mingus Marauders, and that is going to bring up that 4th down that you talked about, partner.
Yeah, and that's just a great play, and that's a linebacking core for the Marauders. They were ready for that one. That's a little bit of a blitz, and it worked.
So 4th down as they pile it forward. Garcia is going to rumble and stumble and forward to the 5. 4th down conversion works. It'll be 1st and goal from the Mingus Marauder 5.
Yeah, and that was, stacked heavy in the middle, Jackie, and the Marauders defense is way too spread for that. That was everybody on the offense within 10 yards of each other. The defense is spread through the whole field, so Youngker able to get that 1st down.
2 receivers go to the far side of the field, 2 backs in the backfield. Youngker might just want to try to run this one down Mingus's throat. They do hand it off. Calderon caught in the backfield. Patton got a hold of a jersey, spun him around, and no gain.
No gain on the play.
It looked like Patton was literally wrestling a calf out there.
Yeah, and just to tack on to that, you had Lacker and also Jordan Watson falling in on top of that tackle, so that was a big dog pile.
2nd and goal from the 5. We'll see if the ground and pound continues out here for the home squad from Youngker. Garcia takes the snap. This time he's going to fake the handoff. He is in trouble. Gets out of it and tries to jump over the Mingus Marauder. Stokes catches him in the air. Talk about catching a calf, and brings him down at about the 6-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 1.
Ooh, and how about that athleticism from Garcia trying to jump over Remington. Remington, he's quite the athlete himself. He doesn't let that happen.
We have the end of the first quarter, 8-6. However, it will be 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line for the Rough Riders when we return after this.
For over 60 years, the Glenn Jones name has been recognized for integrity and honesty.
From the Jones Auto Centers in Wickenburg.
Jones Ford, Verde Valley.
Take a nice country drive out the Buckeyes.
When you're talking about Arizona's best, you're talking about the Jones Auto Group. It's quick, fast, strong.
I want to invite you to visit our new facility in Casa Grande and enjoy our country-style way of doing business. We're the Joneses.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic, The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Well, they switch sides of the field now as it is now 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Garcia trying to do one of those Sunday afternoon leaps over the defensive man. Got caught in the air by Stokes, taken down for a loss. He steps back, looks to throw, has a little bit of trouble. It's going to come out to the outside. He throws it the last second and throws it in the general vicinity of a man. And that is going to bring up 4th down, 4th and goal from the 6. Now, do you go for it? Or do you bring out the...
I think we're going to see him go for it, Jackie, just based on, they didn't even try the PAT. They went for it there for the 2. I think they're going to try to go for it. And we need Watson and Moore to have that same kind of pressure they did on that last play here.
3 receivers to the left side, 1 to the near side. 1 man in the backfield out there with Garcia. He takes the snap. He looks left. He looks left a little bit more. Looks to run. Throws. Has a man. Oh, dropped. And it was in the end zone. Mingus is going to escape that one as the intended receiver, I think, was Moore.
Yeah, you're right, partner. And, man, you called it. He just dropped it. Larry Moore wants that. Larry Moore Jr. wants that one back as that hit him in the hands from Garcia. But nonetheless, Marauders, what a great defensive stand, Jackie. And that might be just what they needed to get some momentum, at least defensively. Now you have a long field to go for the offense.
Second quarter action, Mingus losing by a score of 8-6. It is a good battle out here at Youngker High School. Mingus in the shadow of their own end zone. In fact, Chupp is set up in the end zone at the 1-yard line is Bejarano. There's the snap. He steps back, looks to throw, throws to the outside. Oh, it's going to be Chupp, but he is just run down for a loss. Great defense out there by the linebacker, and the new line of scrimmage is going to be somewhere around the 2-yard line.
Yikes. That was definitely not what the Marauders had planned there. That's just outstanding defense by the Rough Riders. Defense read that all day long, and they tackled Chupp. Jackie, he almost fell. He was like getting up from the end zone, so the Marauders kind of get away with that there.
It is 2nd and 14 now from their 2-yard line. Bejarano takes the snap, steps back. Chupp is going to try to run it out. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a little bit more. And Mingus is definitely deep in their own territory. It's going to be 3rd and long, 3rd and 13, 3rd and 14.
Yeah, and more importantly, you just cannot give up the safety here, as we gave up one last week. Now, we did get a little bit of breathing room, but yeah, 3rd and long, Jackie. I'm not quite sure what the Marauders will opt to do here as they're all looking at their wristbands.
Here comes Mingus. 3rd and 14 from the 2. They will bring in Rice. Rice will get close and now switch sides. Tight formation out there. And now we will get a timeout, Mingus. They're going to think about it. We'll take a break with them. I think that's a real good idea. That's a good use of a timeout. We'll be back after this.
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
So Mingus is going to talk about it out here, and you wonder at this particular juncture whether you've got, or whether or not you can take the chance to try to do a one-on-one here with somebody and just basically throw up a jump ball and try to get the ball out of the end zone quickly.
Yeah, that's what a toss-up. I mean, the playbook is open here, Jackie, but you've got to make sure that you get positive yards to at least give yourself a decent chance to punt, right? It's 3rd. We're pinned really deep. Man, it's so close to the end zone. You've just got to have a safe play. That way you can get a punt off. Maybe some kind of misdirection, Jackie, if you're looking for a little spark. But we'll see what the Marauders do here.
Here we go, 3rd and 14 from their own 2-yard line, following a great defensive stand. And they get the Rough Riders to jump, but they don't call it.
And the Marauders are confused.
And now we have motion against the Mingus Marauders, and that's going to move them back half the distance. That's going to be a 1 yard penalty against the Mingus Marauders. So interesting enough, the Rough Riders jumped, but apparently did not cross the line or didn't make contact. And Mingus doesn't get the call. Mingus was playing for the free 5. Instead, they give up 1. They've got Stokes 1-on-1 to the near side here. There is the snap. They will hand it off. It's going to be Chubb. Chubb gets out of the end zone, but not too far. He'll get out to about the 4-yard line, and that'll give the Mingus Marauders just a tad bit of room. However, they will be kicking from deep in their own end zone.
Yeah, back to that field position game that we saw that entire first quarter, Jackie, and yeah, if you're the Marauders, it's very important here that you protect that kicker, and we are able to get a deep kickoff.
Well, the return man, Larry Moore, is sitting up on the Mingus Marauders side of the field. Now he's on his side of the field, just barely. So he's right at about the 50-yard line. Varela is, don't put your heels on the back of that end zone there. There's the snap. He gets the snap. He will get the kickoff, and he gets it. It will take a bounce, a good bounce, and it is going to be fumbled out there by Moore. Moore does pick it up, and he has a little bit of room. He cuts inside. Good moves as he gets inside to the 35-yard line. However, there's litter on the field.
Yeah, curious to see what this flag is going to be, Jackie. I'd be willing to bet it's either a face mask or a hold, and I can't quite tell. The Marauders did catch a break there because you're right, Moore dropped that ball. Had he not, he might have had a lot more room to go.
Certainly so, but he was extremely elusive in traffic.
Yeah, he was.
Even when he did get the ball. So he picks it up at about the 48-yard line, gets the ball back to the 35-yard line, and it looks like it is going to be against the... Looks like it is going to be against the Rough Riders.
Yeah, it looks like a block in the back, Jackie. And that's going to be on the Rough Riders, which will significantly help the Marauders.
So they put the ball at the 45-yard line, but that is the Mingus Marauder 45-yard line. So the defense will be taxed once again with a short field situation here. Here come the Rough Riders. There's the snap. Quarterback looks, hands it off. No, he's going to keep it himself. Comes to the near side, gets to the sideline, and jumps out of bounds. Timms will run him out of bounds, but not until an excellent gain, as he's going to pick up 17.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Garcia does a great job of deceiving the defense with his handoffs. And then he's really, really fast, Jackie, so he's able to just kind of do a quick turnaround after he fakes a handoff, and he gets right to the sidelines.
Faked it off to a freshman, Robinson, and kept it himself. Used the short side of the field, and this time he does give it off. No! He comes to the near side once again. Same exact play. Sidesteps one Marauder and gets down close to the 5, as they're going to mark him at the 7-yard line. How about that?
Yeah, and Garcia is finding his rhythm right now. We are seeing a lot of success from the Rough Riders quarterback as he's just being deceitful out there.
Runs a
good job of misdirections, little counteractions, and QB keeps.
Mingus will take a timeout. They're going to talk about how to shut down that quarterback keeper. Mingus has one timeout left, 8:49 left to go here. Second quarter action. Rough Riders beating the Mingus Marauders 8-6. We're back after this.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Rough Riders at the Mingus Marauders 7-yard line. It is first and a goal. Back-to-back runs by Garcia. Scampers a 17 and 21. 38 yards on 2 carries out there. He's got 69 yards here in the first half.
Yeah, what a big lift this is for our defense, Jackie, as they are pinned up against the goal line almost again. Oh, what a tall order, but Marauders defense came through last time. Let's see if they can do it again.
Same setup here, same personnel. Garcia's got Robinson as the deep back behind him. Takes the snap and gives it off to the first man through. Mingus will eat that one up pretty quick. Good job by Mingus, all over it. Lacker seems to get a piece of that one.
That was a Watson and Lacker sandwich out there. Good job by the big men. Able to shed their blocks and wrap up the ball carrier.
Ball placed at the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Picks up 3 on that one. 2nd and goal, same side of the setup, and they will hand it to, nope, it's going to be Garcia, and he's going to flip to Robinson at the last possible second. And into the end zone out there is going to be Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown run.
Yep, and just a great job of Youngker using their speed and getting to the edge. Not much the Marauders do there. You heard me kind of groan at the end of that. Remington got a piece of him as he got that pitch, but it was just too late as Youngker finds the end zone again.
8:13 left to go, second quarter action as the lead gets extended 14-6 over the Mingus Marauders. They're going to set up to go for 2 once again. Over center is the quarterback. He will hand it off. Calderon trying the right-hand side as he will find his way into the end zone. Bounced off of tackles and got the 2 points out there. A huge 2 points. Now a 10-point game. 16-6 over the Mingus Marauders. We'll be back as Mingus will get the ball back after this.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
Huge 2-point conversion, making it a 2-score game. That doesn't work. It's 14-6, and it's still a 1-score game out there. So this becomes an important drive here for the Mingus Marauders to see how they answer against the Youngker Rough Riders. Rough Riders in black going from left to right across your radio dial. Mingus has 2 men back. Juju Gonzalez is back there. And we're going to see how they are going to kick it off as the theme to Jaws comes out. And they are going to do an onside kick, and it's going to come down to the Mingus Marauders, and covering it very quickly. A good job with it. It's going to be Dunlap. So Mingus will be happy getting the ball at the 41-yard line. That is great field position.
Yep, most certainly is, especially when it's, a wild kick like that. It's a good job by Dunlap, just being conservative and jumping on it. He'll say, you know what, I'm going to let my offense do the work.
Chubb has 7 carries, 29 yards here. And it looks like, I think he is in the backfield behind Bejarano. Showing blitz once again. There's the snap, and they hand it off to Chubb. And that's going to be Stokes at the quarterback position. They hand it off to Chubb. Chubb gets hit behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
It's a little concerning, Jackie, that this Rough Riders defensive line is just in the backfield almost every play. Let's see if we can't change up some kind of blocking scheme, or maybe it's the stunts that they're doing on defense, but they're all over us right now.
Same setup here, 2 receivers either side. There's the snap, and the quarterback hands it off. That's going to be Stokes, and Chubb gets absolutely eaten up, and will lose another 3. 3rd and 16 as Mingus is now backed up to their own 35-yard line. Lacker will come out, and Schuyler will come back in for him.
Yeah, and some fresh bodies, Jackie, is absolutely crucial here, as it's not often the Marauders show that lack of stamina, but when a lot of the players are going both ways, that's what you end up having.
So Bejarano is not out there. Stokes sits at the 30-yard line, takes the snap, and looks to throws the ball down, and it is too high. And, I was wondering whether or not there was going to be a flag. There was all sorts of contact out there with Juju Gonzalez, and it's going to be 4th and ugly for the Mingus Marauders. They're going to have to punt from their own 35-yard line. The question is where is Bejarano?
Yeah, Juju just really couldn't get a good look on that ball. He was kind of looking for a flag, but there was mutual contact there and just a good battle, I think. And yeah, now the Rough Riders do a good job of forcing the Marauders to go 3 and out. And Jackie, here we are about to punt the ball to the Rough Riders again, already down 2 scores.
6:51 left to go here in the second quarter. Rough Riders show like they are coming after it. Varela will get the punt off. It is a short punt. It is a winding punt. It takes a Rough Rider bounce and will die somewhere around the 39-yard line. Juju covers it up. Not a great punt. Goes about 24 yards, and they are going to mark it at the 40-yard line. Here come the Rough Riders with a 10-point lead and plenty of time.
Yeah, and we talked about it during one of the breaks, Jackie, is we are going to have to find somebody on the defense that can QB spy Garcia, because Garcia has absolutely opened it up for the Rough Riders. If you take away his huge plays and playmaking ability, this is all of a sudden a back and forth game like it was in that first quarter. But Garcia has really found the key so far, and Marauders have got to stop him.
2 receivers from the far side as they load up the short side of the field, and there is the snap. They do run the ball. Mingus will contain it, and they're going to give him a pretty decent gain out there for 4.
That is a very Rough Rider friendly spot.
I believe, was that more on the run?
Yeah, that was just a dive up the middle for the Rough Riders.
No, that was Calderon in the backfield there. So he picks up those 4 yards. 2nd and 6, there's the snap. They will hold it, and the quarterback is going to keep it. He will get thrown behind the line of scrimmage. Stokes will get the first sack of the game, and that will be a good loss of 8 all the way back to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, and that's Marauders defense that we love and need right now. Right there, that's just great job. Good tenacity by the Marauders defense as Garcia's trying to get to that edge. He's got the pitch option, but Remington just doesn't give him the time of day and closes in on him. Great tackle.
3rd and 15. Finally, the Mingus Marauders have the Rough Riders behind the sticks here. Clock continues to roll here at 5:20 left to go in the first half. We've got the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show coming up here in about 5 minutes and 12 seconds. 3 receivers to the far side, 1 back in the backfield. Garcia looks to take the snap. Mingus rushes, and they throw. They put the ball up. They've got a receiver out there, and off the hands. Moore tried to bring it into the bread basket, and the bread basket didn't hold it. 5 minutes left to go, 16-6, as the Rough Riders are now facing 4th down.
Yeah, and the Marauders get away with another one there, Jackie. Just because that was over the hands of the receivers, you can see Remington out there. He's talking to Marino. That was definitely a little bit of broken coverage, as nobody kind of had more. Essentially, Marino turns around at the very end, but the Marauders fortunate on that one.
Stokes is going to step out, and Mingus will put Shupp back there to return the punt. We're going to see if Bejarano comes out for the next series here for the Mingus Marauders. We have a timeout. And it'll be the last timeout out here for the Rough Riders. They're going to talk about this punt. I wonder if something is up. We shall find out on the other side of this. We'll be back after.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
See if special teams can play a role here in this one. Mingus really does need a response score here. You don't want to go into halftime down by more than one score here. Mingus will get the ball first in the second half, which should be fantastic. But once again, we got to see if Bejarano comes out for this next series.
Yeah, offense has got to get that momentum back that we saw in the first
bad
quarter.
Bad snap. The Mingus Marauders looking to get on top of it, and they will tackle the kicker inside the 20-yard line as Mingus will take over right there. That is even better than a return.
Wow, that is just great for the Mingus Marauders offense. They're going to have such a short field, Jackie. That's a great special teams win for the Marauders. That's what they need to build on.
Now, Varela was already kicking field goals from the 25-yard line here in pregame. We saw him with plenty of leg there. So Mingus already here in field goal range, if you will, down by 2 scores. As the Mingus Marauders set to get underway, there is the snap. Bejarano is back. He is in trouble. He is in trouble. He is in. The ball gets knocked out of his hands, and it will be covered out there. We're going to see whose ball it's going to be. This is going to be a huge, huge call, and they are going to give it to the Rough Riders.
And, Jackie, that's just that Rough Riders, that is an absolute defensive line forced fumble turnover. That is, I don't know, it's got to be over 10 plays that the Rough Riders defensive line is in the backfield before anything can develop. And when that happens, just like on that previous play, the defensive line hits Hunter Bejarano's hand as he's holding the football and forces a fumble.
1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Garcia's back. He has a little bit of time. He is going to run. He starts to scramble, turns, spins, and picks up 8.
Garcia on the carry.
Yeah, and Garcia looking to try a deep throw there, as the Rough Riders might have been looking to gamble a little bit since they got the ball right back. But nonetheless, Marauders able to finally wrap Garcia up.
They give him 9 as he gets into Mingus Marauder territory at the 46-yard line. No timeouts left here for the Rough Riders. Mingus has 1 left. 4:17 left to go in quarter number 2. Plenty of time left. 3 receivers far side of the field for Garcia. Mingus defense shifts. There's the snap. As they get some pressure. Whoa, Watson missed him. As the Mingus Marauders come up and they're chasing him. They throw the ball downfield. It is incomplete. However, he threw the ball and released it well downfield past the line of scrimmage, and I do not believe they're going to call that.
No, good call, partner. That's strange. I mean, we saw that up in the box. He was almost past the first down marker. And nonetheless, great job by Jordan Watson on that previous play to get great pressure. And Garcia does a good job of juking the big man out. He says, oh boy, and has to put his running back hat on and makes a move and then runs downfield before he tries to throw it.
Same format, 3rd and 1. Got to imagine they're going to try to pick it up here. 3:58 left to go here in the first half. Garcia steps back, looks to throw, has some pressure. Mingus will get him. A combined sack out there. That is going to be huge. Tim is on the sack, as well as Ethan Moore, the sack leader for the Mingus Marauders, and they drop him all the way back, almost to the original line of scrimmage. It is 4th and 9. Mingus has another shot here with 3:34 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, and nothing like putting so much pressure on your defense. Marauders offense has got to do a better job when they get the ball back here to control it and try to get some points, because defense is putting a ton of work in here.
There's the snap, a better snap, and the kick is off. It is high. Comes down, and it looks like it's going to bounce. It's going to take a Rough Rider bounce. Oh, and a shot to the back of Juju, and no call. They tried to push him into the ball. How come that was not called?
Yeah, that's an interesting call, Jackie. You know, Juju kind of looked at the ball. He wasn't going for it. It looked like he might have gone for it, but then stepped off. But yeah, nonetheless, the Rough Riders kind of hit him into the ball, and of course that is not going to count as a fumble or anything like that when you get shoved into it.
No, but I'm wondering about the unnecessary roughness. You've got somebody standing there with their back to you, and you hit them. All right, here we go. The Mingus Marauders, one receiver to the top all by himself. Bejarano is in the backfield. A blitz is coming. They've got everybody up there, and they will hand it off. Chubb gets hit in the backfield and is WWF moved out there, and that's going to be a huge loss.
That's, Jackie, there's been several plays, which is, all the kudos go to the Rough Riders. The shotgun snap, for all you listeners, the shotgun snap is about 7-8 yards in the backfield. The Rough Riders are almost beating the ball to the quarterback, and they are just having these huge tackles for loss. And Marauders dig in a hole again.
So you got to look at this, though. They have got 9 men almost at the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. Mingus is back. They throw to the outside. It's going to be Chubb. Chubb does make a move, and a flag comes in late, and it is in the backfield. So the progress that Mingus would have gotten up to about the 19-yard line, I have a feeling it's going to come back.
And it's a good call, partner, that you're right. They are sending 8 guys, 9 guys each play. And so if the Marauders can capitalize on that and get somebody behind that line of scrimmage, they might have a chance.
Personal foul. And let's see what they're going to call on this. He's talking to the head coach out there for the Rough Riders, giving an explanation.
Sounds like it could have been roughing the passer. And
could be. That is going to be a 15-yard variety, and that's going to help them
benefit us. But I'll tell you what, it's still scary, Jackie. That was still several Rough Riders in the backfield as soon as Hunter got that snap. And so when that happens, there's just nowhere to go, and the Rough Riders tackle him there. And fortunately, the Marauders come up with a flag.
1st and 10, Mingus at their own 30, 2:16 left to go, second quarter action. Mingus needs something to happen, and they need it to happen here pretty quick.
Still laundry on the field, about 15 yards behind Hunter.
Somebody's going to be reaching for that flag.
That could hurt us or benefit us. We're not sure yet, but there's a flag that has lost its home.
And we'll see if anybody is going to go. It is, they did call it a roughing the passer. So the head linesman.
Yeah,
there we go. There we go. You got to pick that up if you're going to throw it again, sir.
Yeah, and if you're the Marauders, you got to run back there and grab that thing. Drop it at the most opportune time.
I think a receiver needs to run with it and then just throw it when they get hit, All right, 3 receivers near side. Bejarano takes the snap. He's got to get rid of it quickly, and it gets batted up in the air. That's going to be incomplete in 2nd and 10 from the 30. That's the bad news. The good news is it only took 3 seconds.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, the Rough Riders defensive line has won the battle almost every single play other than the very first drive for the Marauders. Very first drive for the Marauders. We're able to march down the field using a couple rushing plays. Since then, it has been all Rough Riders. They're able to get in the backfield almost as fast as the snap, and the Marauders just looking for anything to get momentum here.
Mingus goes a tight formation now. 2nd and 10 from the 30. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. He's in pressured again. He throws the ball up, intended out there for, I'm not sure. He expected somebody to go long, and they didn't go long. They turned out toward the sideline. That'll bring up 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and that was Tim, the intended receiver, or at least who maybe should have been running that streak. But again, I mean, that time Hunter had maybe another second or 2, but like the previous plays, he's just trying to get rid of that ball before the Rough Riders get to him.
16-6 here, 2:09 left to go in the first half. Mingus trailing by 2 scores, 10 points, as the Rough Riders throwing everything at the Mingus Marauder offensive line. 8-man blitzes almost consistently. There's the snap. Bejarano throws quickly, gets it out to the far side. Mingus will spin, turn, and silhouette for about 4. And on to the catch out there is going to be Tristan Tim. But
yeah, there's laundry out there for sure.
We are going to see if Mingus is going to get another shot at this. Oh, a hit to the head. That's going to be another personal foul.
On the Riders.
Did they call it roughing the passer?
They did, Jackie, and that is, you can see the frustration from Alonzo Highsmith, head coach for Youngker, as his defense is just absolutely dominating the Marauders, and they're ending up getting penalties. Fortunate for the Marauders. I mean, that's going to give us some momentum and move the chains. Not the way you want to get it done, though.
So the Mingus Marauders have the ball at their own 49-yard line. 2 minutes left to go in this one. Mingus trying to connect something, put a drive together. There's the snap. Blitz is coming. He's got to get rid of it. Throws it. Comes to Rice on the near side. Had to spin up and get around. What, you know, if I tried to twist my body that way, I would be at the chiropractics for the next 3 years.
Yeah, and again, Hunter just, getting rid of that one really quick, as this defensive line for the Rough Riders is absolutely scaring us right now.
Well, when you bring 8, you've got 3 free all the time.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure what you're supposed to do with that. Here comes the blitz again, and we get the ball off. It goes downfield and off of the hands out there, and there comes the flag. That's going to be a pass interference play, and that will move the Mingus Marauders forward and give them another first down with 1:51 left to go here in the first half.
Boy, the Marauders offense has had numerous chances to capitalize, and here we go, Jackie. That's going to benefit us a lot. And honestly, it was a good play. If they don't wrap up, I think that was Tim on the intended receiver. If they don't wrap him up, that's a good catch.
In the high school ranks, that is not a spot foul. That is a 15-yard penalty.
Ball placed at the 36-yard line. First down and 10, Mingus.
So Mingus will pick up and move the chains. They now set up shop here at the 36-yard line of the Rough Riders. Rough Riders, 65 yards of penalties here so far. 45 during this particular drive, and that one's tipped up and falls incomplete. And Bejarano limping just a little bit again.
Yeah, hopefully he's okay, Jackie. Like you call, he's definitely feeling something in that left ankle of his.
2nd and 10, 1:47 left to go.
Everyone's looking towards the sidelines, not in a rush to get this off because the clock is stopped. And, this is a crucial drive here for the Marauders. Try to get some points before halftime.
See if Mingus tries to run the ball. They still have one timeout here. Here comes the blitz again, and they do hand it off. And Chupp will get back toward the line of scrimmage. He'll actually lose 1.
Chupp on the carry.
Yeah, and the Rough Riders saw that one. They do a good job on that interior.
Clock never started. 1:47 left to go. Now they get the clock rolling, so Mingus got a free play on that one. See if they can take advantage of it here.
Yeah, Marauders not in a rush yet, Jackie, as they're content. They got 1:30 to work the field.
They actually did say that he got back to the line of scrimmage. However, time's starting to tick off here. 1:25 left to go in the first half. Bejarano looking at another blitz once again. There's the snap. It's high. They pitch to the outside. Chupp cuts inside. Has a little bit of running room and gets down to the 30-yard line. That is going to be a gain of about 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, how about the freshman on the tackle out there for Youngker, Dante Scott? Good job by that young man. So he's able to track Chupp down. So that's a little showcase of speed.
4th down here for the Mingus Marauders. This is absolutely huge. 4th and 5 from the 31-yard line. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. They throw. And he's hit and did not get a chance to get to the ball. No flag on that one. Tim was the intended receiver, and he got hit while the ball was still 4 yards away from him, and no flag on that one. That's going to be a turnover on down.
at the 31-yard line.
I thought the previous play in the drive wasn't quite as much pass interference as that one, Jackie. You're right, Tim had just no chance at that. So they might have looked at that ball as not catchable, but really it's because he got hit 4 yards off the line of scrimmage. Nonetheless, Marauders defense has a opportunity to not let Youngker get any more points on the board.
40 seconds left to go, and let's see how aggressive Youngker happens to be. 2 receivers on the far side, offset eye in the backfield with Garcia. He's going to take the snap, and he is going to look to throw. He has a little bit of time. He throws to the near side, and it is going to be Juju with the defense, but they're going to throw the pass interference because he did not turn around in enough time. The intended receiver was Jonas Phillips.
Yeah, for all you young DBs out there, you've got to turn around and get your head at least in somewhat of the direction of the throw. Otherwise, any contact, they're going to be throwing the flag. And, you know, Juju, that was not necessarily all that physical, but the fact that he had no eyes on the quarterback, couldn't see it. Well, that's a good opportunity by the Rough Riders here. Let's see what they do.
33 seconds and 15 yards later, they've got the ball at their own 46-yard line. Tighter formation. They're using the short side of the field, and the quarterback steps back, has some room to run, looks to throw, puts it up, hits as he's thrown, and it will be almost intercepted. Juju Gonzalez had it in the hands and then didn't come down with it clean, and the receiver able to knock it out of his hands.
Yeah, and the Rough Riders are wiping the sweat from their foreheads on that one, Jackie. As Juju was, I think, almost celebrating a touchdown on that. It was almost a clean attempt at a catch, and just got a little overzealous maybe.
Yeah, well, Juju was thinking about, with just no time left on the clock in the first game versus St. Mary's, how he ran that one for 89 yards and a touchdown. 2nd and 10 from the 46-yard line. Garcia steps back, looks to throw, pumps, has a little bit of time, is hit as he throws, and it is almost intercepted. That one thrown up as Tim had a shot at it, came back and dove, couldn't get to it.
Incomplete.
Yeah, and we're seeing the Rough Riders take chances right now, Jackie. They are definitely going for some more points on the board. We'll see what they do with 3rd and long here. Only 20 seconds left. I would imagine we're going to see some kind of trick play maybe or passing. Also, keep an eye on Garcia. They might try to misdirect us and take off with Garcia because they got the playbook open now.
The Rough Rider right in front of us, harassing fans. No, he's not harassing. All right, Garcia's back. He's in trouble. He scoots away, looking for somewhere to go. He throws, has a man, breaks a tackle, and pushed out of bounds at the 33-yard line with 8 seconds left to go. How about that kind of a scramble out there as it goes all the way down to the Mingus Marauder 33-yard line?
Yeah, and that play took a long time to develop, and the Rough Riders do a really good job. Anthony Eads on the reception there.
21 yards on the reception here. And Eads now has 2 receptions. He leads all receivers. And here we go. 1st and 10, 8 seconds left, no timeouts left. There's the snap. Garcia steps back. Has some time, looks, there's a penalty flag. Now he's going to throw it up. It goes deep into the end zone, and it is intercepted out there by the Mingus Marauders, bringing it out. It is going to be Juju Gonzalez. Juju Gonzalez gets hit hard and goes back the opposite way. That is one large man hitting you, number 71. I don't have a name on a 71 out there, but that looked like it hurt. But we have litter everywhere with no time on the clock.
Yeah, there's a flag that came from the backfield, and then a flag coming out of the end zone too. So might be a few moving parts on this.
We're going to see if we end up with an official do-over. We have holding that way. Holding versus the Rough Riders. And the other penalty is going to be declined? I don't know.
Wonder if time did run off, so we are at zeros. Wonder if we're going to get another playoff here.
On both Mingus and Youngker offsetting penalties.
Okay, I didn't see what the penalty was against Mingus, but we do have offsetting penalties, which means that we do have one last play now with no time on the clock. Oh, my goodness. 3 receivers to the left side. See if Mingus brings any kind of a blitz. There's the snap. Garcia is back, and he has plenty of time. He's got room. Now he's pressured, and he will go out of bounds and throw the ball up. That one is going to be almost intercepted out there. Tim had it in the hands and knocked it down instead, so that'll be a pass defense. So we are going to come to a close here in first half. The Rough Riders kept the pressure on against the Mingus Marauders. They'll take a 10-point lead into halftime. 16-6. We'll be back after this.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
Larry Green Chevrolet has been an important partner to this community for over 30 years. Whether it be offering outstanding service and deals to the Verde Valley or providing support to schools, charities, and community events, we have made it a part of our business. We love and support the growth and future of Cottonwood and our surrounding areas. That's why we refer to our dealership as the People Place. Larry Green Chevrolet is a proud sponsor of Yavapai County, and we are proud to support our Mingus High School football. Go Marauders!
Friday Night Lights, Saturday Sidelines, and Sunday Best. At Manhattan and Cottonwood, we've got the hat for every fan, every player, and every occasion. Walk our shop and you'll find classic ball caps, sharp fedoras, cozy beanies, and bold cowboy hats, all under one roof. Proudly local, proudly hat obsessed, and always game ready. Swing by Manhattan in the Clemenceau Plaza, Cottonwood, today. Manhattan, we've got you covered. Go Marauders!
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Welcome one here to the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show, as it is 16-6. The Mingus Marauders trailing the home squad here at Youngker High School. 4:06 in the first quarter, a 27-yard pass. Garcia finds Moore on the screen, and he's able to break a tackle and get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion, a Calderon run, made it 8-6. 2:44 left to go. Still first quarter, and the Mingus Marauders a 8-yard pass as Bejarano finds Moore, if you will, the Mingus Moore. That would be Ethan Moore. The 2-point conversion try was no good. It was 8-6. Second quarter action with 8:13 left to go, and the Rough Riders would extend the lead, a 5-yard run. A final pitch as Garcia pitches the ball to Robinson for the touchdown. Again, a run by Calderon is good for the 2-point conversion, and here we are at halftime by a score of 16-6. We want to thank Hyundai of Cottonwood for being our halftime sponsor. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. You can stop by and test drive one today and see for yourself. That's Hyundai of Cottonwood, and they are thinking of you with every mile with America's best warranty. Remember, a better commute starts with a better car. Check them out at HyundaiofCottonwood.com. HyundaiofCottonwood.com. A lot of penalties here in this first half, and I'll tell you, as soon as the Mingus Marauders scored, the Rough Riders have gone to a full-out nothing but blitz defense.
Yeah, and it's working. They're getting to us. They're getting their hands up. They're deflecting a lot of Hunter's throw attempts, and they're getting us in the backfield when that shotgun snap gets us. You know, it's not necessarily on the offensive line. When you're blitzing 8 guys, how do you cover that many guys? And Marauders a couple times almost got away with it, right? If they could just get it to Chuck or just get it to Tim over that line. But the Rough Riders are doing a good job getting their hands up in the air. And yeah, Jackie, I'll tell you what, our first series of the game, offensively, we were able to build a nice little drive together before we punted it and pinned them deep. Other than that, the Marauders have found a little bit of passing game, but the Rough Riders have really closed in and stopped our rushing.
2-score game here, 16-6. Mingus Marauders will get the ball first here in the second half. We'll take a break, come back for individual stats after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
For 4 generations, the Gettles name has been synonymous with heating and cooling ingenuity. Since 1987, Gettles High Desert Mechanical has established itself as the premier HVAC company in northern and central Arizona, having not only survived recent economic setbacks, but thrived and grown during those times. From sheet metal fabrication to equipment installation, and now comprehensive plumbing and drain services. From clogs to comfort, Gettles has you covered. Don't settle, get Gettles, and go Marauders.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
As the band takes the field out here at Youngker High School, home of the Rough Riders, Jackie Bessler and Nicky Atsinko, as we are along here at the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show. Hunter Bayerano is 4 for 13, 56 yards, 1 touchdown out there. Remington Stokes stepped in for a series and was able to throw. He threw the wall once and did not complete it. So the Mingus Marauders are combined a 4 for 14 with 56 yards. Mingus, you were talking about turnovers. Mingus with a fumble giveaway out here today. And with that, unfortunately, Mingus has only 5 yards on 14 carries. The Mingus Marauder leading rusher is going to be Shane Chupp, as he has 12 carries and 22 yards. He has been absolutely shut down here in the first half with that run blitz, as Oh my goodness, the Rough Riders are bringing everything, including the kitchen sink. Chubb has 2 receptions out here, one for 48 yards and one for -4 yards. A Ethan Moore 8-yard touchdown pass. The highlight for the Mingus Marauders here in the first half. Tim has a reception for 4 yards as well. As we take a look at the Rough Riders here in the first half. Well, Garcia from the quarterback position, he also, well, he is 3 of 14 here in the first half, 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He has 96 yards. Had one streak where he had a 27-yard touchdown pass, and the next time he threw the ball was for 48 yards, which was fantastic. Jeremiah Garcia on the ground here has got 62 yards on 9 carries. That includes a pair of 8-yard sacks out there for the Mingus Marauders. Calderon has 7 carries for 16 yards. On the ground, they've got 90 yards, and in the air, 96 yards, so almost 200 yards of total offense out here for the Rough Riders, as the Mingus Marauders are held to under 70 yards here in the first half. That's going to be kind of tough for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and this is a completely different program than what the Marauders saw back in 2021. Completely different program. This Youngker team is more developed, a much larger depth chart. We talked about a couple times very large statures. Big guys out there, man. Huge guys out there. And yeah, Jackie, the Marauders did a good job that first opening series establishing a running game. And I think, like you called it, the Rough Riders ended up blitzing a ton. They're just continuing to bring the heat, and it's working for them. The Marauders are going to have to make some adjustments at halftime. I think it's crucial that they get this time break. The Marauders are typically a better second-half team, so we need that momentum to come back out here, and we need the offense to, most importantly, we're going to get the ball back first, so offense has got to be focused on that opening drive when we get back out here, and they've got to go down and get some points on the board.
The band is so big, it has taken them pretty close to 8 minutes just to try to set up for their song out here. They have got xylophones, and they have got keyboards, and they have got gigantic drums, and an electric guitar, and a flute. There's a flute.
And this is the first performance of the season.
That's what I heard.
Yes.
That is what I heard. Now, they are in the Rough Rider green, but the Rough Riders are wearing their black out here today. We're going to take a break here in our Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime show. When we come back, we will be looking at second half adjustments. So we'll see what you come up with here, Nick. We'll find out after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini split's making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow. tomorrow.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Is your young athlete pushing their limits, jumping higher, running faster? At Desert View Chiropractic, we know the demands on growing bodies. That's why we specialize in helping youth athletes reach their full potential. Regular chiropractic care can help prevent injuries, improve flexibility, and even boost performance. From better balance on the field to quicker recovery after intense training. We help your athletes stay in the game they love, stronger and healthier. Don't let aches and pains sideline your child. Invest in their future, on and off the field. Visit Desert View Chiropractic today because every young athlete deserves to play at their best. Call us at 928-300-1553. That's 928-300-1553.
The Rough Rider Band out on the field out here today. They got going here in the break with the Hyundai of Cottonwood halftime report. Hey, you can check them out online at HyundaiofCottonwood.com, HyundaiofCottonwood.com, or go see them. They're located on Rodeo Drive. That's right above Larry Green Chevrolet, serving all the Verde Valley and the Quad Cities. They will even sell vehicles to people from Phoenix. If they come up, they will sell. Yes, they will, I swear. Driving a Hyundai will give you peace of mind. You can stop by and test drive one out here today with America's best warranty. Want to thank Hyundai of Cottonwood, our halftime sponsor here. So, got to figure out what is Mingus going to do to get around this blitz.
Yeah, Jackie, that's the million-dollar question, and that's, I'm sure, what Coach Midkiff and the Marauders are discussing right now for halftime. They have got to figure out the remedy for that blitz that the Rough Riders have just put on. And it was after the very first drive we had that we had success. They just poured the blitz on. And if you're the Marauders offense, we talked about a little bit during break, maybe some kind of quick passes, right? But maybe more than that, maybe some kind of tight end, a screen to the tight end, something a little bit quicker that can develop where you can get blocks really quickly on the inside, let your tight end, fake a block, take 2 steps, and turn around and catch that ball. Because right now, if the Rough Riders continue with the blitz game that they've had, Hunter's not going to have much time with that ball when he gets the snap.
So you also wonder whether or not the Mingus Marauders want to come out in some tight formations to put more people on the line and create more bodies there. The other, you live or die by that all-out blitz, and that is what Youngker is doing, is an all-out blitz, which means that if you could get Backus and Watson to make one hole,
great call.
You all of a sudden Chuck or Stokes or somebody could be 18 yards downfield.
And they're only going to have to beat 2 or 3 guys because the Rough Riders have eight guys up on that line of scrimmage. So if you can bust through that initial line of scrimmage, that's a good call, partner. Maybe a guard going up there, getting that block, and then you can maybe just make a move on 1 or 2 guys, and that would spring it. That's the gamble when you're blitzing like that. It's always a gamble because when you bring in 8 guys, you're risking somebody beating you behind you. And right now, the Rough Riders are winning that bet, but the Marauders, I'm sure, are making some good adjustments here at halftime.
So all of a sudden, you could go and have nothing and nothing and nothing, and then boom, a gigantic 45-yard run. The other thing is you can take some chances downfield. Put the ball up. Do some 50-50 balls out there where I'm throwing to a spot. I'm going to throw to the hash mark at the 20 is what I'm going to do. I'm going to step back, 1, 2, chalk.
That's right. And we got Tim and Juju. We got some receivers that are very, very capable of making great catches. We've already seen it a couple games into the season. So the trick is Bejarano's just got to take that last second to get that throw off and not get it blocked. Another thing the Rough Riders are doing a good job of is getting their big hands up in the air and deflecting the ball. So Hunter, maybe elevate that ball a little bit more, and somehow we can beat the Rough Riders at that line of scrimmage and get behind them. We're going to find some success.
Well, I mean, it would also help if the Rough Riders didn't have defensive linemen that were 8'2".
That's right. So very, very big defensive line down there.
So out here, the Mingus Marauders definitely have some work to do. Now, defensively, I think Mingus was able to respond relatively quickly to the Garcia ground threat.
Yeah, I think we did a good job of closing that down. We're going to have to do the same thing this second half because he's going to continue to be dangerous. He's only got 3 completions, Jackie. They're just gigantic completions. So if the Marauders can do a better job of wrapping up at the point of tackle, not letting the receivers get yards after catch, that would, stop the bleeding essentially from these long pass plays that the Rough Riders have. But Marauders also got to get a little bit of defensive line pressure. We've seen it a couple times. Ethan Moore, Watson, Backus had a great tackle for loss early on in the game. And we need to get rejuvenated at halftime and come out here. We're usually the better second half team, so hopefully that stands true.
So if you are the Rough Riders, what kind of changes do you pull out of the bag here for the second half? What do you show Mingus that you haven't shown him so far?
I kind of think, dare I say, you step off the blitz a little bit. I mean, that was so blitz heavy that, you've got to be ready for the Marauders to make adjustments about that. Now, we'll see. We'll see if they come out blitzing hard again. But if you're the Rough Riders, boy, you found quite a bit of success when you were able to complete a catch. I mean, the receivers, once they catch it, they're making great plays on the field. Running the ball, the Marauders are doing a good job on the interior. They're stopping Youngker. So really, it's going to be a battle of the halftime adjustments as this is a very close game, 16-6, a 2-score game for the Marauders, but it's doable. 2 scores can easily be a field goal and a touchdown. You don't even need the extra point if you can go that route. But these guys got a little bit of a hole to dig out of, Jackie, but it's not too deep. I mean, the Marauders, we talked about a little bit, they're right in this. They are in this. The depth chart is the first time so far this season I'm seeing it affect us maybe a tiny bit where Youngker has a very loaded sidelines. And the Marauders, almost half that number of kids out there. And for going both ways and showing off the stamina, they're doing a good job.
Well, coming up here, make sure that you stick around for the Gales Chocolate Sweet Treat coming up here at the end of the third quarter. And we have all sorts of fun treats coming up. Of course, you're going to find them located on Main Street here in Cottonwood. Everything is made and even packaged by hand, locally owned and operated. This is Arizona's finest chocolatier? Gale's products are shipped throughout the U.S. and even internationally. They even sent us with this little cold packs so that we could keep the chocolates cold. Now, at some point, I'm going to have to bring them out so that they are a little bit closer to room temperature here, closer to tasting time.
I've been eyeballing them. I've been eyeballing them.
He has been using the X-ray vision through the cooler.
Just waiting for that zipper to open up on the top a little bit.
Yes. In fact, he will hear it. He could be like 4.
That's right. I'm a lineman, folks, so linemen have ears for snacks.
Yes, they also hear the ding of the microwave, right?
That's right.
Yes.
From anywhere.
Right, exactly. So Mingus is going to get the ball here first. So far in this game, the Rough Riders have not challenged the Mingus Marauders on kickoffs at all. They've done 2 onside kick attempts here in the first half. So we're going to see if they're going to try to do it again. No, they go to a standard kickoff. I am told Jorge, number 40, is going to be doing the kicking, and he will kick it deep, and it'll be picked up by Juju Gonzalez. Tries the right-hand side, looks for a place around the sideline out there, and will get himself up past the 35, up to about the 38-yard line. Decent return for Mingus, decent field position.
Yeah, Marauders offense has got a good chance here. And they're going to take their time, I would imagine, Jackie. Your offensive linemen just got a good halftime break. Got to be focused. I'm sure they already know the few plays that they were going to call to start this drive here in the second half. As it's crucial to put together a good drive just to gain some confidence and momentum.
Well, the Mingus Marauders definitely need to turn this into a one-score game where a defensive interception, a turnover of some sort, could be the entire difference in this game.
Make sure to get your picture.
And it looks like, Jackie, on the far sidelines, I think it's Andre Joy who maybe has got rolled up on at the end of that play. He's up, so I think we're good. But he just kind of scooted off the field, and the refs were giving him a minute to compose himself. Actually, you can see he's actually still down.
First down and 10, Mingus.
They're going to put the ball at the 35-yard line to start this one. Mingus out of shotgun here. And we get a flag thrown, and it's going to be a sideline warning against the Rough Riders. Rough Riders have too many ponies, too close to the field. Everybody takes a step back, and now we're ready to play, maybe. Second half action, Mingus Marauders trailing by 2 scores. 10 points, 16-6. Bejarano's back, throws to the near side. Oh, had Chup out there here for a moment as it falls to the turf. Second and 10.
And I like that. I mean, I like the play call, Jackie. It's trying to get Chup out on the outside. We saw him catch one of those early on in the game, and he was able to bust it for a big gain after. That time just out of the reach. And he couldn't quite get his hands on it. He touched it, but it was just the fingertips.
Spread formation once again. Bejarano looks at the wrist. Here comes the blitz. There's the snap. Quarterback throws it to the near side. They try it again. And trying to intercept that little pass out there is going to be number 23. That's Roman Acevedo.
It's third down.
Yeah, same thing. I mean, that one, Bejarano's just got to get rid of it a little bit quicker than the previous play, as the Rough Riders are, again, bringing the heat.
3 receivers to the near side now. 1 to the top side. See if Mingus, look at that. Every single Rough Rider within 5 yards of the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. They throw it up underneath, and it looks like it is incomplete. Intended for more, and it would have only gone for 5, but that's going to bring up 4th down. Mingus uses 16 seconds of clock here, and looks like they're going to give it back here to the Rough Riders here pretty quick. The dangerous Moore, Larry Moore, is back for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, and we talked about it during the halftime show, Jackie. Are the Rough Riders going to continue that blitz? And they have. I mean, that's a lot of pressure that they're bringing, and it paid off. Each and every play, Marauders not able to get anything going there.
Varela back deep to make the punt here for the Mingus Marauders. Low snap, picks it up off the bounce, gets it up. High kick, sends Moore back. He touches it. It goes off of him. Goes all the way down to about the 5-yard line, and he will pick it up and come to the near side. He will find some room down the sideline, and there is a blind side block. Moore goes down the line, and he's going to take it all the way back, but the blind side block is going to bring it back at the 34-yard line.
Yeah, good call, partner, and wow. You can see the replay there as Moore just scampers into the end zone untouched. But no, that is definitely courtesy of a blindside block. That will be a penalty, and that was Backus on the receiving end of that block. If Backus doesn't get blindsided, he makes the tackle. So the Rough Riders guilty there, and we'll see.
The worst part about it is Moore picked the ball up at the 10-yard line, and Mingus had a defender right there who went for the ball instead of the man. If he would have gone for the man and knocked Moore off of the ball, that would have still been a live ball for another potential Marauder to come and pick it up.
Yeah, and that's a
illegal blindside block.
It's a great view on that, Jackie. That's right. I think it was Andre Joy with just great job getting downfield, putting the pressure on.
Went for the ball, and I don't blame him. I do not blame him.
It was there. It was there.
The ball was on the turf.
It was there. It was almost kind of like Moore maybe baited him in that moment, and then was able to spin out of it and make it one more man miss, and then he got to the sidelines, and he was gone, of course, after a huge blindside block there that helped spring him.
So the Rough Riders are going to start this drive at their own 19-yard line. Mingus has not been able to move the ball offensively. Mingus might need some sort of a spark defensively. See if they can come up with some turnover deep in the territory of the Rough Riders. Over center is the quarterback. Takes the snap and will hand it off to the second back. That's going to be Calderon, who pops it outside and will get finally dragged down by Stokes. Had a Mingus Marauder with his hands up there trying to look for a penalty, but it's going to be an 11-yard run out there by Calderon as they just kind of go student body left.
Yeah, and the Rough Riders mixing it up. Haven't seen them go under center with that style of play call, and that's what they scored on both of their 2-point conversions. They go back to it, over center. I formation. There's the snap, and they will hand it to the second back through, and a good run up the middle. And that is actually going to be Robinson, number 16, as he picks up 9. Yeah, and that's just good interior blocking by the Rough Riders. That's typically the Marauders' bread and butter, but the Rough Riders' offense does a good job opening up a hole.
2nd and 1 from the 39-yard line. Second back gets the ball, and Mingus will contain it, but they're going to give him forward progress out for the first down past to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, and that's going to be a first down for the Rough Riders. Marauders defense, boy, they have really been tested all game, Jackie. They've had a brutal night out there against a very speedy and sizable Rough Riders offense.
Some changes out there. They bring in more receivers. See if they're going to switch focus now. They put 2 receivers to the short side of the field on the far side of the field. Mingus playing defense from right to left. There's the snap out of shotgun. They do hand it to the first back through. Mingus able to contain it pretty well as it goes forward for about 3.
Yeah, now what you got to be careful of here is Garcia may be faking one of these handoffs because he's just kind of handing the ball off, and the offense is doing a good job for him, but he can definitely break it.
Shotgun once again, first back, nope, gonna keep it, last second pitch out there. Mingus Marauders trying to contain it as Robinson will pick up the first down, cuts inside and able to push the chains into Mingus Marauder territory down to the 48.
Yeah, Jermaine Robinson, Jackie, listed as a freshman on the roster. That young man can run the football.
Picks up 9 and keeps the drive alive out here for the Rough Riders. Spread formation now, 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback's back, looks to throw, has a little bit of pressure, cuts up underneath, and will finally get hit out of bounds as he does more of the punishing against Dunlap, and he's going to be out of bounds at about the 42-yard line, a gain of 6.
Yeah, it's tough to stop a quarterback who's in his feels right now. Garcia is comfortable. He's making great moves on defenders. He's comfortable with the football. He's not going down at first contact.
Tight formation once again over center, showing run formation, and the second back will get it. Robinson stumbles forward close to the first down. Needed 4, got 3.
Yeah, and we're seeing the Rough Riders mix it up a little bit in the rushing game.
By number 79.
And that's dangerous only because once the rushing game gets going, you never know when you're going to switch to the passing game. All of a sudden, you got your defense focused on the rush, and you got to be careful of that ball going over the top of you.
Watson gets a break. Robinson steps out. Calderon will come back in. 3rd and 1 from the Mingus Marauder 39-yard line. Over center, there's the snap. Calderon will take the ball, goes to the outside, cuts it back in, and will go forward for the first down, getting down to the 35-yard line. Good run of about 4.
Yeah, and that's a good job by the offensive line there, the big offensive line for Youngker. As you can see him coming back to the huddle. That's just a good job of getting off the ball. They're getting on our linebacking core. It was a good block on Tim there. Moreno had a man on him. So Rough Riders doing a good job of putting a body on a body right now.
A lot of players coming in and out here. A lot of substitutions for the Rough Riders. Far side of the field, hash mark is the placement of the ball at the 35-yard line. Quarterback goes up under center once again. Nope, out of shotgun. Empty backfield. Puts a man in motion. There is the snap. They pretend to hand it off, and Garcia's going to keep it. Runs up the middle. Finally pushed back. They're going to blow it dead at about the 30-yard line. Gain of 5.
Takes the ball to the 30.
Yeah, the Rough Riders will take it. I mean, that is a good ground and pound game. I don't think they've tried one pass play so far. This drive, at least, it's been all rushing, and it's working.
Moving the ball down at the Mingus Marauder 30-yard line. 7:17 left to go. Quarter number 3. They're eating clock, too. 2 receivers to the near side, plus a tight end. Empty backfield once again. They put a man in motion. There is the snap, and Garcia's going to run it once again. Cuts outside. No, it's going to be more out of the Wildcat, and more in from the 30-yard line for the touchdown. Moore goes in at the Wildcat position, scoring the touchdown. Scampering from 30, found a lane up the middle, cut it out to the outside, and the speed was just dangerous.
Yeah, that's an outstanding job by the Rough Riders to mix it up. We're seeing all sorts of different formations. They're coming out all tight, and then they're coming out in a Wildcat just like that. Ethan Moore Jr. just able to take that snap and make a bunch of Marauders miss. And I'll tell you what, Jackie, it goes to say, they are working the depth chart well. Like you called it, partner, they are substituting a lot of players. They're getting their quarterback a break. They're having the Wildcat to change it up, And
they go for 2 once again. Mingus is going to stop it, so Mingus gets a little bit of a break there as Eric Luis, running back, trying to score 2 points. They don't get it. 22-6, though, with 6:58 left to go. Quarter number 3. We'll be back for kickoff after this.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Rough Riders come out in a normal setup. See if Mingus is going to have an opportunity here to return the ball. Tim comes to one side, Juju Gonzalez to the other. And actually, they're going to switch. They're going to put Juju Gonzalez up front now.
Kickoff for your rider, number 11, Anthony.
Maybe anticipating a squib kick, maybe.
Back to return for Mingus.
Joy goes back to the other deep man position out here. Different kicker now. Eads is going to kick off. Anthony Eads will put a short little boot into it. It comes down to Moore on the near side. Looking for a place to go. He'll get caught very quickly at about the 35-yard line. Might as well kick it out of bounds.
Yeah, and that's really, you're just giving us a chance to return it, and we'll take it. Ethan Moore is going to get himself some return yards. Not many, though.
Nope,
Rough
just a
Riders
few.
did a really good job of closing in on that.
First down and 10, Mingus.
So it'll be 1st and 10. Mingus will set up shop at the 36-yard line. 36.
Yeah, it's absolutely crucial, Jackie, that the offense can put together a drive here to go down and get some points on the board. You've got to try to answer the Rough Riders. Cannot let them continue to get points unanswered.
2-score game. Not only 2-score game, Mingus down by 16. They need 2 scores and two-point conversions. Empty backfield out here for the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano takes a snap. Here comes the blitz and throws it up to the near side. Just throwing to an area, hoping that he's going to get it to a receiver. Intended pass out for Stokes.
Yeah, and that's, just such a good blitz right by the Rough Riders. They're in Hunter's face right away. Nicholas Brewer, number 12 for the Marauders on that one, wide open. About 8 yards downfield, wide open. But Hunter just doesn't have the time and the chance to see him. So it ends up being a good defensive play for the Rough Riders.
Stokes will be in the backfield out here with Bejarano. Checks the wrist. Here comes the blitz again. There's the snap. They give it to Stokes. Stokes tries to run behind Watson and will gain about 1.
1 yard gain on the play. Move the ball.
And that's a hard-earned 1 yard. I'll tell you what, somebody paid for that.
3rd down and 1.
Remington's always lowering his shoulder and laying the boom.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Well, the wind has finally changed for most of the first half of the game. We've had the American hot dog setup over here that has been blowing our way. I have had like dreams of hot dogs here for about an hour and a half.
You're making me hungry.
One back in the backfield. It's going to be Stokes again. Blitz is coming. There's the handoff. Mingus is able to run forward, power up to the 40, but it's going to bring up a 3rd and a 6.
Brought down on the play by Dante Scott.
Boy, and it.
Ball placed at the 40-yard line.
Jackie, pretty sure that's going to bring up 4th, which might force the Marauders to punt it here, and yikes.
Moore goes back. He'll be the deep man out here for the Rough Riders. He has shown his elusiveness. Mingus wants to keep the ball away from him if at all possible. And Varela will be back for Mingus to punt. He sits at his own 26-yard line. Mingus only able to gain about 4 yards. There's the snap. He has the snap. The kick is up. The kick is away. The kick is going to bounce, and it's going to roll, and it's going to roll beautifully. It's going to roll wonderfully, and Moore is going to pick it up at the 5-yard line. Mingus misses him and then finally gets him down at about the 15. That was a dangerous pickup, and does get the ball out to the 15-yard line, though.
Yeah, even better punt. I mean, that's a good job. I'd say that's a win for the special teams right there for the Marauders. They're able to boot it downfield and pin the Rough Riders back. And it's just, it's absolutely clutch defense time, Jackie. It's time for a gut check on that Marauders defensive line and that linebacking core. Got to stop Youngker, force that 3 and out. If you want any chance of winning this game, you've got to get your offense the ball back.
5:04 left to go in quarter number 3 on the road at Youngker High School. Mingus won't be back until October. That's when they get to use the Mingus Field again. 2 backs in the backfield with Garcia. Garcia will hand it off to the first back. The first back will stumble over to the right-hand side.
Luis on the carry.
And Luis will pick up about 1.
Ball placed at the 16-yard line.
Yeah, and it was a good job there by the Marauders defense at right side of the line, able to get some penetration, and the Marauders come up with a good stop just for a really, really short gain. And on the other side over here, closer to us, Jackie, Moreno did a good job of QB spying on Garcia. So Marauders still keeping an eye on the quarterback for the Rough Riders, as they should.
Eads departs. Moore comes in. And let's see who is going to be quarterback out here. 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the near side. There's the snap. Quarterback is Garcia. Garcia looks to throw, throws, has a man out there, and Mingus is able to shut it down, but real close to first down territory. Moore comes up with the reception for 9 yards out there, and that's the first pass play here in the second half.
Yeah, that was Dunlap helping out on the tackle there, too.
Your 50-50 raffle tickets out.
Well, yeah, what a big, that's a first down. See, they marked that. That's going to move the chains for the Rough Riders. And this Mingus defense, Jackie, has been out there for such a long period of time. These guys are dogs.
Short side of the field, there's the snap. Quarterback will hand it off up the middle. Mingus able to contain it. And
Robinson on the carry.
Robinson will be on the carry, and he'll gain 4.
It'll be placed at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and that's just a good interior run. Right now, I'll say a lot of these substitutions that we see on this Rough Riders team is very much helping them out, giving them some fresh air.
3.
Himes goes to the far side of the field out there for the Rough Riders. 2 backs in the backfield. Mingus trying to contain this run game. Garcia's back, looks to throw, has some time, has a man absolutely wide open. That was a busted coverage out there. Hines was by himself 30 yards behind the defense, and Garcia couldn't hit him.
Just a really good break for the Marauders. That's a really good break. An overthrow to the receiver. A couple times tonight, the Marauders defense has gotten a little bit lucky like that, Jackie. So, crucial third down. You got to take advantage of that mishap by the offense that last play.
3rd and 6 now. 2 receivers far side of the field. Mingus looks like they're sending 5. Mingus sends 5. Quarterback's in trouble, starts to scramble, tries to get to the outside. Hossaman has a chance to cut him off. Can't do it. And up the sideline, Garcia goes for the first down.
And that's dangerous speed we've seen from Garcia all game long. And they do a good job of getting to the outside. Garcia doesn't see anybody open, and he's able to, make one man miss and get downfield. I'll tell you what, Garcia looks like a comfortable quarterback right now for the Rough Riders, and that's dangerous. He's got a lot of confidence when he's got that ball in his hands, whether he's going to throw it or spin out of some trouble and run for it. He's finding positive yardage anywhere he goes.
Stops the clock with 2:55 left to go in quarter number 3. Rough Riders leading the Marauders 22-6. Same setup, same exact formation out here for Garcia. Out of shotgun, takes the snap, steps back. Has a little bit of time, has a little bit of time, has a little bit of time. Now he's going to scamper far side, throws, has a man wide open at about the 40, cuts back inside the field. Mingus finally gets him down, but not until he gets down to the 31-yard line of the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, and Garcia just able to make some time. Jordan Watson getting some good pressure, but he's getting blocked by 3 linemen. And, he's still able to get in there and force Garcia to the left side of the field, the short side. And Garcia just does a good job of using his patience, looking downfield, and then finding his wide receiver who, like you called it, was just sitting on the sidelines wide open.
Well, he picks up 17 on the catch. They move the chains once again into Mingus Marauder territory at the 33-yard line. Out of shotgun, takes the snap. Garcia holds the ball up and running through, getting the ball. Great defense out there, but literally driving his way forward is going to be Robinson. Robinson will pick up a short 2.
And hopefully everybody's okay. I can see quite a few players and the refs waving some medical attention needed out there.
We have a Rough Rider down on the ground. And cannot quite see a number here, so I'm not going to guess. We are going to take a break, give him a little privacy. 1:55 left to go in quarter number 3. Rough Riders, 2nd and 8, driving the ball on the Mingus Marauders, leading 22-6. We'll return after this.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
Want to thank Taylor Waste for sponsoring Mingus Marauder football. Taylor Waste has been with us since the beginning. I mean, this goes back to 1991. Taylor Waste has been a part of Mingus Marauder football out here.
I got the pleasure to play next to C.J. Taylor on the line of scrimmage. He was a all-region guard. I think he was maybe second or first team all-state guard, too. What a heck of a lineman he was.
The crowd is giving some applause out here to Robinson, who is coming off the field. He is putting 0 pressure off on one of those legs. It appears to be his left leg that he is just keeping up. Hopefully this young man is going to be okay.
Yeah, listed as just a freshman, Jackie. This young man has a ton of potential.
And they're going to get him up on the table to work on him and see what is wrong out there. 2nd and 8 as they get the clock rolling once again here. 22-6, the Rough Riders on their home field, kind of dominating this one. Garcia's got Luis off to his right, probably more deep behind him. Out of shotgun, takes the snap, low snap, steps back, looks to throw, throws, has more on the far side, and he'll get knocked out of bounds, but inside the red zone at the 18-yard line.
Yeah, and this Rough Riders offense is starting to click, Jackie. We didn't see him throw the ball too much to open up this second half. They really relied on that running game, and all of a sudden, this drive, that opened up their passing game, and we're seeing Garcia find Moore Jr. for a few plays now.
18-yard line back into the red zone. 1:16 left to go, third quarter. And the Rough Riders have definitely had their way with the Mingus Marauders here in the second half. Mingus 2 3-and-outs. Second long drive out here by the Rough Riders here in quarter number 3. 2 receivers, short side of the field. Garcia looks to take the snap, and we have a delay of game. And that is going to push the Youngker squad back by 5. That works out to be the 8th penalty of the game, as the Rough Riders have overcome 85 yards of penalties in this one.
Yeah,
and now we're going to have a timeout. And looks like communication is going to be key here, and they're going to do it face-to-face and in person. What a concept in this digital world that would be. 54 seconds left. We'll be back after this.
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
And here we are. 1st and 15 outside the red zone, as the announcer starts playing Black Betty. All right.
Yeah, the home crowd's wild in front of us, as somewhere we've seen the Rough Rider bouncing around.
We have indeed. Well, it makes perfect sense. Rough Riders not wearing their green out here today. They're in their black uniforms with the white numbers. 1st and 15 from the Mingus Marauder 23-yard line. Garcia out of shotgun, takes the snap, low snap, steps back up, has some time. He's going to throw it up and overthrew it. Coming down close to it was Jonas Phillips. And interesting enough, Garcia put enough air into that Phillips actually had a shot at it.
Yeah, Phillips wants that one back. He was frustrated with himself after that play. And, yeah, kudos to, he had a chance. Granted, it was a little bit of a stretch, but the Marauders' defense just getting caught back there.
Mingus needs a turnover with a big return, preferably for end zone.
Yeah, in a bad way.
Very much so. Got to get something done with the defense. They've struggled offensively here. Same setup, 2 receivers near side. Quarterback is back. Garcia looks. He's going to scramble, comes to the near side, and will undercut and outrun the Mingus Marauder defense and out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. It was 2nd and 15, and he is going to pick up 11.
Man, that's just great speed by Garcia. And Garcia, as he's scrambling and running to the sidelines, he's pump faking the ball downfield, and man, he looks like a veteran quarterback. This young man is really flourishing here tonight against the Marauders.
Sorry, he picked up 9. That is going to leave 3rd and 6. 3rd and 6, so 3rd and manageable out there for this squad here for the Rough Riders. There's the snap. Quarterback steps back, looks to throw, throws, has a man outside. It's going to be Moore to the corner of the end zone. And touchdown.
Ethan Moore Jr. just wide open. As you can see, a replay there. There's not a Marauder within 5 yards of him. And Ethan Moore Jr. has got, enough speed to get to the pylon. And just inside of that, he's going to give his Rough Riders a significant lead at this point.
Well, it's going to pick up the touchdown, 14 yards on the reception out there. And that will extend the lead 28-6. And it looks like they're going to go for 2 once again. Trying to make it a 30. No, they're going to go for the traditional 1. Here we go. Second throwing touchdown of the game for Garcia.
And
Got to attempt the extra point for the Riders, number 54.
They're going to run out of clock here. 32 seconds. See if they get a delay of game. There's the snap. The snap is down. The kick is up and no good. So 28-6. It's a 3-score game now against the Mingus Marauders. Mingus will get the ball back after this.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
32 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. Mingus will get the ball back. A 14-yard reception TD pass as it goes Garcia to Moore. Second touchdown pass of the game by Garcia.
Yeah, Garcia absolutely having his way with the Marauders, Jackie. No doubt about it. The Rough Riders came to play tonight. This is a program that's developed significantly over the years.
There's the kickoff. It's going to be high. It's going to come down. It is returnable. The Mingus Marauders near side tries to find a spot, and Juju Gonzalez gets kind of grabbed and tries to spin out of it, unable to do so. Mingus is going to start at their 25 or 26.
Yeah, and you can just kind of see it on TV here, the effects of the depth chart. Jackie, the Rough Riders have almost an entire change of players that are, running out on the field, where the Marauders, you have such a core group that's playing both sides of the ball, and that is really boding well for the Rough Riders right now. They're taking advantage of that for sure.
Bejarano still limping a little bit, comes out. He'll have one back in the backfield. He'll get himself set up in shotgun. Stands at the 20, ball at the 26-yard line. There's the snap. Quarterback steps back, looks to hand off, throws, slant play, and it will be incomplete. Joy, intended receiver, right at about the 32-yard line.
And courtesy of Ben Jackson for the Rough Riders, able to come walking from behind Bejarano on that play. So he just missed the quarterback for the Rough Riders, and Hunter had to throw that one quick.
Chup whispers into Bejarano's ear. 2 receivers either side, spread formation. And we'll see if the blitz comes again. Blitz does come again, and it's going to be a pitch out to Chup. Chup tries to cut it up underneath, and back to the line of scrimmage he gets.
Jeremiah Garcia.
Yeah, that time the Marauders able to beat the blitz, but they can't beat the Rough Riders to the edge.
That should be the end of the third quarter here. As we come down, third quarter comes to an absolute close out here as we get to the Gales Chocolate Sweet Treats. Now, okay, so you've already taken them out, but this is absolutely fantastic. So I believe that the chocolate one, this is going to be the chocolate one. This is the milk chocolate truffle. I am guessing. I don't know for sure. Okay, so are you going to try that one? Or no, you're going to try the champagne one. Okay, so the champagne one is a milk chocolate shell filled with soft, creamy milk chocolate, and it is these
look so good.
Garnish, okay, with Marc de champagne syrup and topped with a milk chocolate cap and sprinkled with powdered sugar. Okay, how is it? How is it?
That is delectant. That is so good. Jackie, this is so rich. That is my kind of treat.
Okay.
You can taste the champagne, I feel like, which is so good.
All right. Okay.
It's just a hint of it in a rich, sweet chocolate. That's really good.
So you're eating alcohol on the air? Okay. All right. I'm not sure we could have that on campus. Okay. So now pick up the milk chocolate truffle. Okay. Okay. This is all right. There is the milk chocolate truffle.
Yeah. So this is going to be that one with the chocolate layer on top. And this is the milk chocolate truffle ganache center of milk chocolate, hand-dipped in milk chocolate, and decorated with a flourish of semi-sweet chocolate on top. So that is chocolate on chocolate on chocolate, which is my kind of treat.
Oh yeah. Love chocolate.
Yeah, catch yourself, partner. That is really good. That was the sweet treat we needed here in this game when we're in a hole. And we're feeling it. Thank you, Gail, for the sweet treat. That is exactly what we need in the box here to keep ourselves going.
That is a lot of sugar all at once. Holy cow, dude. Okay, Chop unfortunately lost one, and Mingus now 4th down and 11 at their own 25-yard line is set up to punt. Mingus has not been very successful here in the second half at all. Mingus brings a player on super late for the punt. And they do get the punt off. It is a short punt. It is going to take a bounce. It'll be picked up and immediately hit by the Mingus Marauders. So Joy, number 3, tackles 3. As Moore comes up and takes that thing off a bounce and tried to do something spectacular. And Joy will attack him immediately. However, the Rough Riders are starting in Mingus Marauder territory at the 49.
Yeah, they are, essentially beating us in almost all categories. Special teams, Marauders have had some good plays tonight, special teams-wise. I'm sure it's almost even. But no, Joy with a good tackle there. You got to at least tackle him. I'm surprised that the young man for the Rough Riders picked that ball up as the Marauders were closing in on it really fast. But no, nonetheless, the Rough Riders starting with it.
Same formation here. 2 receivers near side. Short side of the field. There's the snap. Garcia fakes the handoff. He's in trouble. Throws the screen. And Mingus is there. Dumping it. It's going to be Moreno. Pass intended and received out there by number 2. And that is going to be Phillips. He got dumped in it for a -2 yards.
Yeah, Phillips looked like he might have been trying to go for a hurdle. It's a couple times tonight, Jackie. We've seen the Rough Riders maybe try to jump over one of the Marauders, but it has not worked yet.
And that is a Sunday move, I'll tell you, though. There's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw. He's going to throw. Throws out to the near side. It's going to be Moore. Moore avoids one tackler. Stokes will bring him down, but that'll be real close to first down territory. Let's see if they're going to move the chains. And it looks like they are. Stokes does get the tackle, but can't deny the first down. And Moore has just been a receiving machine here in the second half.
Yeah, and this Rough Riders team just continues to showcase their offensive skill set, Jackie. They're changing formations, all sorts of different plays, and it's working out for them.
Mingus Marauder, 37-yard line. Snap is there. Garcia steps back, has time. He's going to throw the ball up, and it is deep. And it will fall incomplete. There was contact out there. Tell you what, Phillips certainly has an argument that there was contact.
He most certainly does. Yeah, that could have been looked at as maybe a little overthrown. But yeah, no, certainly Phillips has an argument there as he's got to get up from the turf, and Remington helps him up. Love to see the sportsmanship out there.
2nd and 10. Rough Riders driving again at the Mingus Marauder 37-yard line. Fourth quarter action, 9:47 left to go. The Marauders trailing 28-6. Same formation here. 2 receivers short side of the field. There's the snap. Quarterback going to throw really quick. It gets out to Eads. Eads finally taken down at about the 21-yard line. Gets a block out there by Moore. And it'll be a decent gain as they get 7.
31-yard line. 3rd down and 2.
And short 3rd down here, Jackie. It's absolutely gut check time if you're the Marauders defense. I mean, down 28-6. You don't have a choice but to come up with a stop here.
First reception for Eads here in the second half. Same formation here. Quarterback takes the snap. This time they are going to hand it off. And Calderon has to bounce to the outside, finds the first down, and Moreno finally tracks him down at about the 15-yard line. However, a fantastic gain on something that shouldn't have gone anywhere. He bounced off of where the hole was supposed to be and gets it bounced to the outside for a gigantic gain.
Yeah, Calderon hit Daniel North on the offensive line, Jackie, to start that play. I think he saw Marauder just on the other side of him, so he kind of turned it in, hit his own lineman, which kind of camouflaged him for a second, and then he's able to just bounce around the outside. Marauders couldn't see him until, of course, he breaks the edge.
First down from the Mingus Marauder 17-yard line, 8:35 left to go in the game. 2 receivers near side. Far hash mark. Quarterback steps back, has some time, and jumping in the air is Backus, and then he throws the ball into the end zone. Moore stands there all by himself, completely got lost for the touchdown.
That's just another lapse in coverage by the Marauders. Like you called it, partner. Ethan Moore Jr. is standing in the end zone, kind of holding his arms in a bucket style, like when you're playing catch with a really young child. And yeah, that's an easy touchdown right there for the Rough Riders.
Those are the hardest ones to catch because the ball takes like 9 years to get to you. 34-6 now. There's the snap. They're going for 2. They throw, and it is tipped away. Good defense out there by the Mingus Marauders. 2-point try fails. 8:22 left to go. 34-6. Mingus will get the ball back after this.
All Price Insurance on Main Street in Cottonwood is your local insurance provider for personal and commercial insurance. Call and compare over 150 different insurance companies for home, auto, commercial, RV, motorcycle, boat, or ATV. Specialty insurance and insurance bonds are no problem at All Price Insurance in Cottonwood.
Well, let's see if Mingus can get some sort of a drive here. Still looking for their first down of half number 2.
Yeah, just from a confidence standpoint, Jackie, it's important that your offense goes out and executes well and puts some points on the board. You got to find something to build off of. As touchdown come in the first half, the Marauders have got to put something together.
There's the kickoff, and they're going to kick it deep, and it will go to Joy. Joy's going to bring it out of the end zone, and there we go. There's the touchback. All right, they did call it. You're not allowed to bring it out of the end zone here in high school football.
Almost took my breath away there. I'm down to see it, but it's a little dangerous when you have full speed running like that and coming out of the end zone. I like the confidence there by the Marauders, but no, that'll get them a touchback.
Joy caught the ball going with his momentum going into the end zone, had both feet in the end zone.
And he did a my-style U-turn, which is about a 5-yard U-turn.
Good turning radius there, right? All right, Mingus. Bejarano comes back. 3 receivers to the top. Blitz coming once again. It's been nonstop. There's the snap, low snap. Quarterback steps back, throws it, gets it to the outside. There's some positive yards in the first down of the Mingus Marauders, baby. No! They mark him out at the 29-yard line. As Chubb will get 9 yards on the reception, but good positive yards on first down.
Yeah, and that's something to build off of if you're the Marauders. Granted, Bejarano under a lot of pressure on that play again, but able to find Chubb, and Marauders able to almost get the first down.
Chubb has been a positive piece here. He's got 53 yards on 3 receptions out there. 3 receivers to the near side now. That quarterback is back. They will throw out to Chubb again. He drops it.
Yeah, I think he was running with the ball without it. Chubb just, granted the ball might have been thrown maybe a half yard behind him, but yeah, he had his hands on it. Couldn't come up with it. And that's going to stop the clock and give the Rough Riders a chance to line up here as the Marauders check their wristbands for the next play.
8:07 left to go. See if Mingus actually tries to run for the first down. I would say no. They go empty backfield unless Bejarano's going to run it himself. 5 receivers set. There's the snap. Bejarano's back. He is in trouble, and he is immediately thrown down and loses the ball, but they're going to call him down, and the sack is going to take place all the way back to the 17-yard line. 19-yard line.
And the Rough Riders blitz, we have not figured it out, and it's just dominating us. Rough Riders able to get back there almost at the same time Bejarano gets the snap, and that's just a recipe for a disaster. And that's a great job defensively by the Rough Riders. Forces the Marauders into just another long 4th down.
Mingus does not get its first down here in the second half. Instead, Verrillo has to punt. It is a high punt. It is received out there and immediately hit. Stokes hits the receiving man, which is Christopher Himes. However, it's going to be a fantastic field position as the Rough Riders have been playing with less than a half a field the whole second half here.
The Rough Riders are just flat out beating us tonight, Jackie. They are playing a really, really good game. They're playing a good game. Players are making smart choices with the ball. Garcia's having a heck of a night. Might even see some substitutions, although I see Garcia going out right now on the field for the Rough Riders. And they got the ball luck on their side as well, Jackie.
He's 6 for 8 here in the second half with 2 touchdowns. There's the snap and fakes the handoff. They set up the screen. It is picked up. Good blocking out there as the Mingus Marauders will take it down. Phillips will pick up about 5 off of the screen.
Yeah, and lots of screens from both teams tonight. We only saw one of them with huge success and a touchdown, but nonetheless, Marauders able to find him and wrap him up on that one. That was Phillips.
Good luck and win the game, Riders.
Mixing up receivers now as they put Himes out to the side with Lopez. Back in the backfield. Time ticking away. Less than 6.5 left to go in this one. Garcia's back, has time. Will scramble to the right-hand side. He's got room to run. He throws, and it is received at the 21-yard line. But I think I did see a flag come out on the play. We'll see if that one comes back. Lopez would have had the reception out there.
Garcia, countless times tonight, he's able to scramble to the sidelines and make a great throw.
And we're going to see, they're going to mark it off against the Rough Riders. Rough Riders, that is the 9th penalty. 95 yards of penalty. That makes the new line of scrimmage the Mingus Marauder 46-yard line. 2nd and 15 now. Same setup, 2 receivers near side using the short side of the field. Garcia takes the snap and the whistles blow. And we may have movement. And we have a motion penalty. That's going to make 10 penalties. And the Rough Riders have hit 100 yards in penalties.
And they won't mind doing the penalty up-downs because they're coming away with a probable victory here tonight against the Marauders, as they got a 34-6 lead on us right now. So those aren't going to be the worst up-downs that they do for all these penalty yards.
And interesting, Youngker throwing the ball with this kind of lead in the fourth quarter instead of running it. There's the snap. Garcia's back, looks to throw, will escape one, and looks to escape, and he's hit from behind hard. Watson hits him for the sack.
Woo! And that comes after Watson just absolutely threw his man to the ground. The big man, Jordan Watson, what a play.
Well, it doesn't go as a sack because he gains a yard. However, it will go as a bruise. Garcia never saw him coming.
Boy, that young man has some stamina, huh? Jordan Watson out there, and, along with Lacker and Landon Backus. These guys are absolute dogs on the line for the Marauders.
3 receivers set now. 1 back in the backfield. 4 receivers set. And now we have a flag for a delay of game.
Delay of game on the Riders. Ball will be spotted at the 45-yard line.
Dan Garcia's frustrated at the delay of game here. He can't seem to figure it out, and neither can all of us. It doesn't seem like it's taking all that long, Jackie, but obviously it is.
Well, they're trying to figure out what to do. Part of it was getting up from the rest of the play. There's the snap. Quarterback is back. He's got some time. Looks to throw. Throws long side of the field. Overthrew his intended receiver Moore.
Really interesting here that we've seen pass attempt after pass attempt, and it's just saving 5 minutes on the clock. So instead of running the ball where you could just eat the clock out, the Rough Riders are choosing to gamble a little bit, and it unfortunately didn't pay off at all, as now they only burned a few seconds off the clock, and they have a 4th and very, very long that they're huddling up for.
And are they going to go for it? How bold is this?
Wow.
They are going to go for it on 4th and about 24. There's the snap. Quarterback is back. He's going to put the ball up. And there is and they're going to throw the penalty. Chubb never turned around to look at the ball. The receiver stopped, and there was contact, and now we're going to have an automatic, I think, first down for pass interference.
And kudos to the Rough Riders. Head coach Alonzo Smith has the utmost of confidence in his Rough Rider squad to go for it on a 4th and 24 and absolutely come up with the better end of it. They're going to get the first down. Marauders Chubb just couldn't turn around in time to see the ball. Jackie, I'm not quite sure that was going to get caught, but Chubb did not turn around and had his hand on the wide receiver. And again, for all you young wide receivers, that's going to get you.
They do not give them the first down.
Oh, okay.
Instead, it is 4th and 9 now. There's the snap. Garcia's back, and here comes the blitz, and down he goes.
Garcia sacked in the backfield.
Hossaman with the sack coming around the corner. And he helps up the quarterback Smith after he twisted him down. Mingus will get the ball back on downs, and Hossaman will pick up the sack for 4 yards.
Yeah, that's really, really fortunate for Marauders. We're going to get that ball back. Really scared me thinking that they got that first down. I'm glad they didn't, partner, because the Marauders able to come up with a big stop. Now offense gets another chance to come out here with only 5 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game. If you're Mingus, it's time to execute well, get down the field. You got to build on something good. You got to put together a drive that you can talk about, build some confidence on, and look back at the game film and say, hey, look what we did right on this drive. We got to build off that.
We have a timeout. And the Rough Riders are going to take a timeout with 5:09 left to go, leading 34-6. We'll return to Youngker High School after this.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
So some surprising moves out here by Youngker, obviously feeling unbelievably confident in their defense. Going for it on 4th and 24 instead of punting with a 34-6 lead. Instead of running the ball and running the clock, constantly throwing the ball here against the Mingus Marauders like they're trying to extend the game.
Every play that last time. Every play was they were looking downfield for the deep ball.
Well, Mingus will get the ball back here with 5:09 left to go here in the 4th quarter. Let's see if they have a chance to do something here. 2 receivers either set and off the line. Jump the Youngker Rough Riders. Echeverria.
Oh, wow. Remington is lucky there, Jackie.
Uh-oh.
Remington Stokes absolutely jumped on that one, and they are calling the Rough Riders. That is a fortunate call for Mingus.
That is the 11th penalty. 1st and 5 now for the Mingus Marauders. There's the handoff. Trying to find his way through are the Mingus Marauders, and Mingus might have their first down. Oh, an extracurricular activity out there. Wow.
Yeah, Jordan Watson getting pulled by the jersey at the end of that play.
Interesting.
And that is yardage right there.
That is sad at this point. As Rice actually runs the ball and picks up the first down here for the Mingus Marauders.
Dawson Rice. 10-yard carry.
How about that? Rice gets the first down here of the second half for the Mingus Marauders. Bejarano looks. He'll move people around. Mingus goes to a tight bunch formation here. Strong right. Bejarano takes the snap, and they hand it off, and in the backfield, Rice is punished. He will lose all of next week's lunch money.
Yeah, that's his Rough Riders defense has just absolutely got our number tonight. Now moving the Marauders backwards.
Brought down on the play by the Riders, number 44, Ben Jackson.
He will lose 4 on the play. Mingus now 4 minutes left to go. Trying to run the ball and run the clock here. 3 receivers top set. Bejarano, nope, switches it around. We'll go 2 receivers either side here. And here comes the blitz again. And we will have an official timeout. No, a second warning for the sideline group, and it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And that's going to make it now 2nd and 9. Rough Riders have a lot of penalty yards now, 115 penalty yards. And we have all sorts of flags now flying.
Yeah, that's going to be a false start for sure. That was Watson and Lacker who jumped off the ball real quick, and it was a little too quick.
51 yards of penalties for the Mingus Marauders off of 5 penalties. And we'll do the great game of switching again. 2nd and 14 now.
Official timeout.
We have an official timeout. Looks like Garcia's got to come off the field here for a reason. Santi Esteban will come out for him. And somebody will come up and go, "We're blitzing." And he goes, "Duh."
Yeah, that's exactly the plan.
They have 1 man back, everybody else is blitzing. There's the blitz. Bejarano is in trouble, avoids it, kind of, and then gets sacked. And he will lose another 6.
Yeah, and Bejarano's very, very frustrated, as all the Marauder Nation right now is. The Rough Riders just all over us. I mean, the blitz, they are blitzing almost every single play defensively, and it's working. I mean, we just can't get around it. And that time they're getting Hunter again, and the Marauders showing a little bit of frustration as they look to the sidelines for the next play. They are just in a very, very long third down here.
3:08 left to go here in this one. Third and it says 20 on the board. Looks about right. Mingus goes bunch formation over to the right. Rough Riders show blitz again there as the pitch comes out to the outside, and trying to get around the corner is going to be Rice. Rice will fight his way back close to the original line of scrimmage. He may lose one.
Rice brought down in the backfield.
Yeah, that's another tackle in the backfield. Goodness gracious, the Marauders just can't get away from the Rough Riders.
So he'll lose one. Fourth down and should be 21.
Number 25, Leo Barrera. Back to receive for the Riders. Number 10, Christopher Hines.
And the ball is snapped over the punter. He lays down on it, and they're going to turn the ball over at the 11-yard line. When it rains, it pours out here as the Rough Riders are going to take over at the 11-yard line, and somehow I feel that they are going to try to put this ball in the end zone instead of just sitting on the clock and running out the clock.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting take on it, Jackie, as we see the Rough Riders coming back out for offensive play. 2 minutes left in the game. You can kneel this one out. I don't think the Marauders are going to spend any of their timeouts, as this one is out of reach. But you never know.
34-6.
And that is not victory formation.
That is not even close to victory formation. 4 receivers set, 1 back in the backfield. And there's the snap. Garcia steps back and just avoids a sack. He's going to run over to the right-hand side, cut up underneath, and gets hit. Somehow stays on his feet and scores a touchdown, making it 40-6 with 1:57 left to go here in the game.
And you can see on your replay there, Remington able to step up and lay a great hit on Garcia. He just doesn't wrap him up. Garcia able to bounce off of that hit. Granted, that's got to shake you up a little bit, maybe take a little bit of the air out of your lungs, but Garcia able to keep his feet and not getting wrapped up, lets him just scamper right into the end zone.
Still don't understand why you didn't just sit on the ball. Instead, you're going to go for 2 with a 40-6 lead.
Yeah, this is an interesting call.
Garcia's got 1 back in the backfield, spread formation. There's the snap, takes the snap, throws and finds a man. And with the reception and the 2-point conversion is going to be Himes. It's going to make it 42-6, which is what they've been averaging for points all along. I'm really surprised. 1:57 left to go in the game. We'll be back after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
So the Mingus Marauders will get the kickoff. Maybe the Mingus Marauders will just sit on the ball. Maybe the Marauders will kneel it out. Oh my goodness gracious.
Put it past them at this point.
And the kickoff is going to be deep, and it'll be taken by Tim at the goal line, and he will try the right-hand side, up the middle near the hash mark, across the 20, out to the 24.
Yeah, good return by Tim there as he caught that. His heel was almost on the on the end zone line. He does a really good job of getting out past the 20 at least.
Well, you start to worry about injuries when you've got players that are still playing in a game where it is so dramatically out of hand.
Yeah, that's kind of why I said I wouldn't put it past him, right, Jackie? Because that's honestly, I can see that's a good call as well. But we're seeing the Marauders line up to go for something.
Out of shotgun is Bejarano. Looks to throw, throws, comes to the near side. Doesn't quite match up with his intended receiver out there, which is Nicholas Brewer. Might be the first time he's thrown at him today. Mingus still looking for their first down here, but one good thing, we have a continuous clock at this point.
That is a good thing, because with that incompletion, I was a little bit worried there, Jackie, that Marauders are maybe going to just continue to try to pass the ball here to get some stats going, maybe some kind of momentum.
There's the handoff, and out to the outside goes Rice. Rice tries to make a man miss. He does, as he gets close to that first down. He picks up, 7, 8? Maybe 9. He'll pick up 8 out there, which will give him positive yards here for the game so far.
Ball placed at the 33-yard line, 3rd down and 1.
36 seconds left. Mingus at their own 33-yard line, a 3rd and 2. Brewer switches sides, goes to the slot on the far side. Bejarano out of shotgun. Will take the snap. The blitz comes again, and Rice will fight his way toward the first down. They're going to give him the first down. That'll be the first down of the game for the Mingus Marauders with 11 seconds left to go.
First down and 10.
And they're pretty much lifting him up on that tackle there. Rice is getting tackled from every angle. He never went down. He was just kind of hovering over the ground as a group of Marauders and Rough Riders were holding him up.
Mingus is not going to get another snap off. And this will be the final. 42-6. The Rough Riders victorious over the Mingus Marauders. That's back-to-back victories of 42-6 over Awafria, the Owls, and now the Mingus Marauders. We will be back for the 360 Automotive post-game show coming up after this.
For over 6 decades, Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement has proudly supported youth sports here in the Verde Valley. From baseball and softball to football and basketball, they empower young athletes to reach their full potential. Salt River Materials Group employees are actively involved, giving back to the community through coaching, mentoring, and volunteer efforts. With a strong commitment to environmental stewardship, they're helping to build a brighter Verde Valley. Visit srmaterials.com. Salt River Materials Group Phoenix Cement, building a stronger Verde Valley today and tomorrow.
For over 20 years, Roxu Screen Printers has been the Verde Valley's choice for custom business and sporting apparel. Bring your ideas and logos to Roxu Screen Printers and watch as your creations come to life. Choose from an extensive selection of items available for your company, team, or organization's logo. From t-shirts and hats, specialty items, and embroidered company attire, you can get started with a quote by calling 928-646-5734 or email dawn@rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com.
Since 1925, Tiffany Construction has worked with developers and local and federal government to build, expand, and improve infrastructure, roads, drainage systems, and subdivisions. From concept to completion, the Tiffany Construction team provides a full complement of construction services and state-of-the-art delivery methods customized to fit your needs and budget. They're Arizona's longest tenured family-owned and operated civil contractor and proudly serving the Verde Valley since 1991. Tiffany Construction, knowledge and experience to bring your project to reality.
Yavapai College offers affordable, career-focused, fully accredited, and 100% online bachelor's degrees in business, nursing, computer science, and a first-of-its-kind 3-year Bachelor of Applied Science in Business. Whether you're starting fresh, advancing your career, or exploring a new passion, Yavapai College provides personalized support and real-world opportunities to help you succeed without the burden of overwhelming debt or the need to leave home. Learn more and enroll today at yc.edu.
I'm here for service and ready for battle.
No need. We're your neighborhood go-to for easy, fast, and friendly car care. Tires, brakes, oil, and free services like flat repair, alignment check, and brake inspection.
So no upselling, overpricing, or fake repairs.
Nope.
And I get all that free stuff.
Yep. So you don't really need all this.
Big brand tire and service. Big on fast, big on friendly.
Loss here for the Mingus Marauders, 42-6 here at Younker on a game that went a lot longer than one would certainly expect. We are in the 360 Automotive post-game show, and we want to thank 360 Automotive, located on Main Street here in Conway. You can actually schedule your own appointment here today at 360autoaz.com. 360autoaz.com at 360 Automotive in Conway. They keep your ride road ready with reliable and affordable maintenance and repairs, and of course locally owned and operated. 42-6. The Rough Riders got up by 8 with a 27-yard pass. Garcia to Moore on a screen. That would be his first of 3 receiving touchdowns here today. The extra point, 2-point conversion was good as Calderon ran it in. Mingus would then respond, though, with 2:44 left to go in the first quarter. An 8-yard pass, Bejarano to Moore. Moore gets his first score of the year. The 2-point conversion was no good. It was 8-6. Second quarter action, 8:13 left to go. A 5-yard run on a pitch to Robinson from Garcia. Once again, the 2-point run from Calderon was good. It was 16-6. And it stayed that way here until we got to third quarter action with 6:58 left to go. Moore in a wildcat formation goes 30 yards for the touchdown, and it was 22-6. 32 seconds left to go in quarter number 3. A 14-yard pass. Garcia finds Moore again. 4 touchdowns on the game. How about that? The extra point was no good, and it was now 28-6 over the Mingus Marauders. Get into fourth quarter action with 8:22 left to go. A 17-yard pass. Garcia hits Moore again for his 4th touchdown of the game. It was 34-6 as the 2-point conversion was no good. And then with 1:57 left to go, instead of running the ball, running the clock, and winning the game, Younker goes to score again. A high snap, a poor snap on a punt attempt, and they take over at the 11-yard line. 1 play score here as Garcia goes 11 yards on the scamper. Then they go for the 2-point conversion as Garcia hits Himes, and it's 42-6, your final out here today. Well, boy, the story was definitely the Younker defense.
Yeah, this was a tough one for Marauders and the Marauder fans out there. Younker was all over us tonight. I mean, we started out the game with a halfway decent drive, couple first downs in that opening drive. The Marauders got the ball back on an interception, on a great start for the Marauders, and then the Rough Riders kicked it into gear, and we saw them blitz, Jackie, on maybe 90% or more of the following plays after that, and the gambles worked. I mean, Bejarano just couldn't find any of the Marauders. Younker's defensive line did a great job of getting their hands up in the air. So anytime Bejarano was able to get the ball off, a lot of those chances were deflected. So, yeah, you're right, partner. It was all Rough Riders tonight. Marauders going to go home and think about that one and have to hit the practice field, watch the tapes, and make adjustments and move on, because we got region play coming up in a couple games that we talked about, and it's a scary start. We've faced some teams that are gotten a lot better the last few seasons. This is a program that has gotten significantly better, and we got to see that tonight.
No doubts about it. Younker has definitely improved as they go to 3-0. The first 5 teams that they play started the season 0-2, including the Mingus Marauders. And so we will see what happens to this squad when they actually get to their region play. Region play for the Mingus Marauders actually starts next week on the road at Bradshaw.
Already.
We're going to take a break. When we come back in the 360 Automotive postgame show, we'll go through some individual stats and then close some things out here from Younker High School. We'll return after this.
Whether you're doing new construction, a remodel, or just filling in the bare spots, there's only one place to go in the Verde Valley for the best in rock, sand, gravel, and boulders, Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies. They also stock flagstone, bagged Portland cement, Belgard pavers, Phoenix pavers, Acker stone, artificial turf, and now even rebar and culvert. Make them your one-stop shop, have it delivered, or stop by their yard on 89A in Cottonwood. Let Bedrock Landscape Materials and Supplies rock your world.
For over 25 years, Best by Far has been your trusted name in heating and cooling across the Verde Valley. Whether your heat pump's acting up or your mini splits making you miserable, we've got the fix. We service all makes and models, air conditioners, furnaces, heat pumps, and more. Need a replacement? We offer a variety of solutions from efficient upgrades to simple fixes. Now offering plumbing services too. Call Best by Far at 928-282-2250 or visit besthvacbyfar.com. That's far with 2 R's.
When you're looking for a plumber, no matter the job, call The Best Plumbing. From energy-saving tankless water heaters to whatever remodel project you have in mind, from the simple to the exotic. The Best Plumbing prides themselves on quality workmanship and efficiency for a fair price. If you want plumbing done right the first time, call The Best Plumbing at 928-567-8755 or find them online at d-bestplumbing.com.
I'm Chris.
And I'm Tandy, owners of Taylor Waste.
We are homegrown in the Verde Valley and nearly your last local choice.
We want to be your first choice for residential and small business garbage service.
Get a free month service when you make the switch to Taylor Waste.
And enjoy monthly service as low as $19 per month.
Visit TaylorWaste.com for more information.
Or to start service, call Taylor Waste at 649-2662.
Taylor Waste, service tailored to your needs.
The Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce is proud to support the businesses, families, and future of our community. From job fairs and ribbon cuttings to free community events and networking opportunities, they're helping local businesses grow and creating meaningful connections that last. Because when the community thrives, our kids do too. Join the movement today at verdevalleychamber.org. Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today to create a stronger tomorrow. Go Marauders!
Back here at Youngker High School, home of the Rough Riders. Well, tell you what, Garcia started slow. He was only had 3 completions here in the first half, but he finished strong. 10 for 24, 170 yards, 3 touchdowns, and an interception. He added another 122 yards on the ground with a touchdown on 20 carries. 240 rushing yards on the ground here for Youngker here today. 410 yards of offense from the line of scrimmage, overcoming 115 yards in penalties as well. Calderon ends up 10 for 46 yards. Moore had a couple of carries for 34. Robinson, who went out injured, had 7 carries for 34 yards here today. Moore had 6 receptions for 71 yards. Eads had 3 receptions for 76 yards here in this game. The Mingus Marauders on the opposite side, well, Hunter Bejarano just did not have time to do anything in the pocket out here today, as he ends up 5 for 20, 65 yards, and a touchdown in this one. The Mingus Marauders rushing had 25 carries, only 3 positive yards. So Mingus held to 68 yards of total offense in this game. Bejarano sacked twice here in this game, actually 3 times, fumbled once, as he ends up with negative 35 yards. Shane Chupp couldn't get things going. He had 14 carries for 21 yards. Started off pretty well, had positive carries 4 out of his first 5 carries, and then negative carries for pretty close to the rest of it. Stokes had a couple of carries out here for 6 yards on 3 different carries. And then Dawson Rice had an opportunity to run the ball. He ends up with 11 yards on 5 carries here tonight. But offensively, Mingus just could not move the ball.
Yeah, and the gamble that the Rough Riders were taking by blitzing, all those plays, Jackie, just continue to pay off for them as they were able to get hands in the face of Bejarano, deflect the balls, and just get in our backfield. A couple times I called it. They were in the backfield almost as quick as that shotgun snap, and that's, just outstanding job by the defense. And, it takes just one good play where you can get behind them to kind of back the defense off a little bit, and the Marauders just couldn't find that one tonight.
No, couldn't find a dump pass. They kept trying to throw out of the backfield here, but they would leave one linebacker back to basically spy that play, and the Mingus Marauders not successful with that. Now, before we move on, and we actually start Grand Canyon Region play here with the Bradshaw Bears on the road. Once again, the Mingus Marauders will not be home until October. 2 road games down, 2 more road games left to go, and they go to the opposite side of the hill. At least we stay in Yavapai County. It'll be Bradshaw and then Prescott, both on the road.
Yeah, and it does not get easier, Jackie.
No.
The Grand Canyon region is for real. Just a couple of the scores from our region tonight. Prescott with a big win over Northwest Christian High School. That's a playoff team.
Yep.
And they beat them 50-36. That's a final. Another final from our region is Flagstaff against Tempe. They won that game 48-12. So our region's looking good. Bradshaw did fall tonight to Snowflake, who's a top contender again in 4A. Bradshaw 13, Snowflake 16. And then the number 1 team in 4A, Micah Mountain, got outplayed and beat by ALA, whose American Leadership Academy has had a good team, a playoff quality team. Max Preps right now has them at 8 or 9, but they pulled the upset, and they beat Micah Mountain 21-14 tonight.
Wow, lots of upsets going out through the 4A division. That is absolutely amazing. But Grand Canyon Region came out on fire without a doubt. So Flagstaff picks up their first win. See if Coconino actually picked up their first win of the season. Mingus unfortunately not able to pick up their first win here on the road at Youngker. Our final score once again 42-6. Any words about Bradshaw coming up?
Boy, that's going to be a tough game. That's a rivalry game, and it's always a battle of the mountain, really. Yeah. I mean, Bradshaw and Mingus, I feel like, is always a good game no matter what the records are, no matter where the PowerPoints stack up. Bradshaw and Mingus is always an entertaining one, and like Coach Bob Young, head coach for Bradshaw Bears, used to tell us as Marauders in the locker room, it's going to be a dogfight.
Yep.
No matter what the layout was, no matter who was in or out that game, it's going to be a dogfight.
And I mean, they're so interconnected now, especially as you have Ortiz. Coach Ortiz is the offensive coordinator now for Bradshaw. So, I mean, there's just so many different ways that these teams have been connected, at least through coaching staffs. So that'll be certainly interesting. And then the Badgers appearing to be absolutely real, losing a very close one to Thunderbird. Other than that, they have played some distinctive talent here to start the season, and they're 2-1.
Yeah, Coach Collette has the Badgers fine-tuned. I mean, that is a team who's looking to make a deep playoff run again. I got to watch one of their games early on in the season. They had their way. I think it was Greenway. Absolutely had their way with them. And then tonight against a Northwest Christian team, 50-36. And that Northwest Christian team made it to the Sweet 8, the Crazy 8 last year in the playoffs. So Prescott looking for real again.
Mojave coming up from 3A,
that's right.
An absolute powerhouse, looking to flex some muscles back in the Grand Canyon region. That is certainly going to play a role. Lee Williams started the season 2-0, albeit against 3A teams that they outscored 115-15. So the Grand Canyon region is looking quite taut, and the Mingus Marauders will certainly have work to do through the Grand Canyon region. With that said, we want to thank our final call out here to 360 Automotive for our post-game show, whether it's a scheduled service or those unexpected pains in the muffler. They will fix it affordably, reliably, and as quickly as possible. You can trust 360 Automotive to keep your car on the road and out of the shop. It's really easy. You can schedule your own appointment here today at 360autoaz.com, 360autoaz.com. Well, we're going to call it a night here from Youngker High School. I want to thank our producers, Sam Jockum. I want to thank our camera people out here, Becca Bonner, as well as Steve Endicott and Kernan Hale for all of our fine television shots here on Verde Valley TV. Until next Friday night, we are going to bid you good night when we will see you again from Bradshaw High School in Prescott Valley.
This has been a presentation of Mingus Marauder Football by Verde Valley Television. Any reproduction of this broadcast without the express written permission of Studio G Multimedia and the AIA is strictly prohibited. Tonight's presentation of 2025 Mingus Marauder Football is presented by Jones Ford Verde Valley. On Highway 260, visit Jones Ford, Arizona's best. Bedrock Landscaping, Materials and Supplies. Have it delivered or stop by their yard on Highway 89A in Cottonwood. Larry Green Chevrolet in Cottonwood. Find them online at LarryGreenChevrolet.com and find out how easy it is to buy a new car at Larry Green Chevrolet, the people place. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you in part by Gettles High Desert Mechanical. For all of your HVAC needs, don't settle, get Gettles. Salt River Materials Group, a premier employer and community supporter in the Verde Valley. Taylor Waste, clean, secure, and locally owned garbage and recycling services in the Verde Valley and in the Quad Cities. Mingus Marauder Football is brought to you by the Greater Verde Valley Chamber of Commerce, helping businesses grow today and create a stronger tomorrow. All Price Insurance, your local provider for personal and commercial insurance. Find them at 116 North Main Street in Cottonwood. Best by Far, heating and cooling. When you need the best, they're the best by far. Rock Zoo Screen Printing, business and sporting apparel and more. Visit them online at rockzoo.com. That's ROKZOO.com. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by Tiffany Construction, building Arizona since 1925. Desert View Chiropractic. Send your athlete ready to grow and play with help from Desert View Chiropractic. Manhattan. They've got you covered with sports caps, sun hats, cowboy hats, and more. At Manhattan, they've got you covered. Mingus Marauder Football is also brought to you by D-Best Plumbing. Get it done right the first time. Call D-Best Plumbing. Yavapai College, supporting local athletes and scholars. Visit yc.edu and get started building your career today. Big Brand Tires on Highway 89A in Cottonwood and online at bigbrandtire.com. Thanks for tuning in. Visit us online, Facebook, or at verdevalleytv.com for more great local programming.